Bust down rolling for the hell of it. It's my time to shine, spotlights is my element. Fuck a plain Jane, don't insult my intelligence. I don't plan on selling it, so I don't see the relevance. You niggas having pawn shop nightmares. I'm light years ahead of niggas, even on a light year. Dom Perignon stain the laces of my night ears. Born poor, but I'ma die rich, nigga, life's fair.
Alright, we back. My expert opinion, the greatest show in the world. And I mean that shit. Y'all niggas be watching some trash, man. Stay over here. You be alright. You be alright. Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you in here. It don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother hater.
What we got, Champ?
That was cool.
The best part of the show for me.
Good shit, Champ. My favorite. Ain't no other podcast doing that. No other podcast.
We're gonna take that.
Jack that?
The disrespect.
We're assuming.
On a serious note, I want to say, I came across some information the other day. It really had me distraught. 60% of y'all are not hitting the subscribe button. Shit is free. What the fuck? Y'all keep coming back though. Just hit the button, man. We're trying to get to that milli. We're not too far. Almost. MECC, what's poppin'?
Salute, King. Good to see you.
What's your hoodie say again?
Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, one day we'll do an episode where I like share, and then like
I don't want you to share.
Yeah,
I don't want you to
just lay it all out.
Just tell me you feel
therapeutic, man.
It's therapeutic.
That's
very therapeutic. Sometimes people need to know.
Yeah, it's not always therapeutic.
Nobody ever needs to know.
There's RICO cases and shit.
See,
if it's on that end, nah, fuck it.
See how fast that happened?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Just back away, Jim. I'm trying to help you. Just back away.
Chastity, it's popping. You got some friends in the back. You want to introduce them?
Ew.
My Shay is here. My longest friends with her wife Shantae.
How you doing?
Salute.
We went to the comedy show.
Yeah. Shout out to Marlon Wayans. He did his thing. Yes, I was there. I ain't gonna lie. I went in there like, I don't know, man. You know, Keenan the funny one to me. You know what I mean? But nah, he killed it. What's the name of that special gonna be?
Good Grief.
Good Grief. Yeah. Go check that out. It's hilarious. And he said a lot of real shit. A lot of uncomfortable shit too. Like we was talking about how nice his mom's vagina looked. I don't know. It kind of threw me a little bit. It kind of threw me a little bit because I'm like,
that's too much.
Abandoned ship.
Yeah. But it's a lot of shit, man. Go check that out. Check that out. Yeah, shout out to Amber. Amber, you the truth. It's good to the gang. Hey, what up, man? What you doing over there? It's crazy.
Ain't need to smoke some reefer, man.
Yeah, facts, man.
He tense right now.
Listen, man. The next life, you be taller, bro. It's all right. MEEK, what's good? What's good?
People, all love. My name is MEEK from Brooklyn, New York. Fort Greene. I'm CEO of Todd Gibson Foundation. I'm here.
Oh man, he got nervous immediately.
He used to being on camera.
Immediately, son.
I'm on
Jim had him in the other chair. I'm like, nah, I don't know, son. The cameras is on.
I'm on the back and I play the scenes. I pull the strings in the back.
Dig it. Jim, what's poppin'?
Everything's good. Everything's great, man. I started my first session of therapy again this morning.
How's it going?
So it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
That means it's working.
Because you're a trifling bastard.
I can be sometimes, but I'm working on it.
It's okay. We have our own relationship.
Yeah, we got our own. But it was good. Again, I think I said this before. I suggest everybody get into therapy, get to know yourself, understand your past traumas so you can be a better person today. Besides that, I'm happy to be free, happy to be home, not around fuck niggas, around good niggas.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna have a great show tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a gap,
definitely. And one of the main reasons we're gonna have a great show is because we have one of the most notable personalities in New York City. When you hear this voice, you know who she is. You may have seen her on a Breakfast Club. You might have heard her on a Wu-Tang album. You might have caught a clip of Lip Service where they was talking some nasty shit. And you're like, oh my God, these women need Jesus. But more than that, she's a philanthropist and she's very, very, very engaged in, you know, the betterment of the community. And we're happy to have her here. Angelique.
Thank you.
She don't know shit about flowers, though. She don't know nothing about flowers, though.
I'm happy to be here, and I love the flowers that Chastity picked out for me.
Yo, all right, see, now you're gonna make me put it on the spot. Hold on, pass me the flowers. Pass me the flowers.
All right, let's see.
Pass me the flowers. We're gonna look at this. We're gonna examine it.
These are the ones
All right,
Chastity got.
okay. These are the ones that Chastity got.
Okay.
We stopped past the cemetery to get those.
Yeah, right. Well, all right, so look. Examining the two of these, I just want to pass them around the room. Just in here, you take a good look at them. You know.
You can see it better. You can see it better in the clear.
Megan's emotionless, man.
Don't give a fuck.
Look.
It's already done.
And those look.
I'm just saying.
Hers look fuller.
He's a battle rapper, man. He's gonna battle
They're
everything.
dying.
It looks
They're
fuller.
dying. Look at the edges. They're great.
You know we're all dying.
They're both beautiful. Though.
You gonna make me shit on Chastity's
They're
flowers like
both
that?
beautiful.
Right, but these are gonna last longer.
How do you know that?
Yo, defend yourself.
All you have to do is cut. You have to
That's right,
cut the stem on an angle.
Right.
She don't get no flowers, bro. She don't get
I
You take the flowers, man.
How you giving
Thank you.
Okay.
Don't be a hater.
All right, I'm not.
Hater.
My flowers.
That was
Nice
hilarious.
and fresh. Nice and fresh. Those flowers look like the beast is running out of time. I gotta make Belle fall in love now.
Those look like they cost more.
Last time your flowers look, yes, yo.
Chastity got to remember he's a battle rapper, so anything that's competitive.
It's not that I'm a battle rapper. It's just I'll be doing my thing with the women.
The flores.
Okay.
So I look for things that's going to
What do you
last.
ask for when you try to buy flowers?
I look for the freshest flowers, the ones
Okay.
that's not fully bloomed.
Because
So, like,
different colors mean different things too.
Yeah,
Then there's that.
yeah. There's the friendship. I put friendship,
Okay.
peace,
Okay.
and
I think you're making this up.
no, I didn't.
Okay.
I really know this shit.
Which color means
Yo, my
peace?
nigga, look, it don't even pay to be like this no more. It just no. It's just
It's a science to this shit.
yeah, right. Like goddamn, flowers there. How you fucked that
Don't
up?
take it at Cheesecake Factory. Don't take it at Red Lobster. Skip the whole list.
Yeah. Oh, what you've seen that list, right?
Of course I've
Yeah.
seen that list.
Oh, we got a female in the building now. We can talk about
We
that.
have
I'm
woman
not
in
the
the
only.
building.
But yes, was Ruth Chris on there? Because I love Ruth Chris.
It wasn't
Ruth
on
Chris?
Nah, it
there.
Okay, I like
Ruth Chris wasn't on
I
there.
like Ruth Chris. Cheesecake Factory is not a problem. It's just too many options.
Who has the list? Pull up the list. I need to know.
I feel like Cheesecake Factory, the problem with that is there's so many different things to choose from.
That's called a first world problem.
I know, but it's just,
Too many
I feel
options?
like how can you make all those things well?
Yo, I had one of the worst dates of
Talent.
my life.
At Cheesecake?
Cheesecake Factory.
Which one?
The one in Jersey, in Newport.
Riverside? Oh, in Newport. Okay.
Newport.
By Newport Center Mall off the
Yeah,
Hoffa Tunnel.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
What was so
Took
bad
this
about
chick
it?
out. She was on that. What's that? Atkins.
Atkins
Oh.
diet.
What's that?
Yeah,
Atkins diet is like when they eat just like rabbits and shit.
Really?
Just
I thought you could
rabbits.
eat
No, they eat like proteins and stuff like that, but they like no carbs.
So
like,
you didn't know this ahead of time?
I knew it.
You thought
But
you
you
convinced
know-
her
Change it up.
of something different.
So we go out, right? We go out.
It feels like your fault.
We sit at the damn already.
Early.
It's crazy.
That's a no time.
So we sit at the table. They bring the bread,
Oh,
and I'm like, I kind of like the bread. So I dive in or whatever, and I seen her like reach for one, and I know she's on this diet, and she's been talking my ear off about it
so you smacked her
for the
here.
longest. So I was like, no, we go. We're gonna keep it official. Yo, bro, she gave me the look of death, like, all right, nigga.
You ain't gonna stop me from eating my cornbread.
No. She ordered her 3 mushrooms. You know, I ordered some shit or whatever. You know, I'm out there chowing down. She got a little 3 mushroom joints or whatever. And I start to feel bad. So I'm like, okay, let me do something to try to like, you know, lighten the mood or whatever. So I told the waiter it was her birthday. Waiter comes over, hey, happy birthday, got the cake. God. I'm like, damn, she can't eat the cake.
Wow, that's foul.
So we leave, we get back to the crib, she's mad and shit. I'm like, damn, she go in the room, she's chilling. I call my cousin, I'm like, yo, cuz, like, what's going on? I told her what happened. She was like, yo, listen, you know, women sometimes, you know, those diets are tough.
Yeah. They
want to know that they can be free and kind of slip with you, you know what I mean? And it'll be okay because they're worried about their figure. So they don't want to feel like, you know, they're being pressured. You know, if she's gonna eat a little, if she's gonna break the diet, let her break the
You should have let her eat bread.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool, I get it, you know what I'm saying? So I threw on some Michael Jackson or whatever,
Human Nature?
Yeah, all the good shit, right? So we getting back to a good space, we're in a good place. So cuz text me, she like, yo, how's it going? I'm like, we chilling, we playing Michael Jackson and shit. She told me play Man in the Mirror. So as I'm playing Man in the Mirror, you know there's a part in this song where he says, I see the kids in the street without enough to eat, who am I to be blind? And I don't know why, but it got to that part, I was singing it, and I just started dying. So she runs back in the bed, she's like, fuck you, nigga. She runs back. Shit, but yeah, Cheesecake Factory, man, be careful
I told
with
you
the
about
niggas,
Sharon?
Yeah.
See how bad that goes so fast?
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, Your House, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild
Your House.
Wait.
Buffalo Wild. Let me get to Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Red Lobster, a buffet, any buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions,
I love a
movie
coffee
night,
date.
Coffee date?
somewhere that requires a long drive. Bowling,
You watch Luke Cage?
nightclubs, hookah bar,
Oh, yeah.
a bar for
Cage,
just
right?
Yeah.
drinks, Waffle House, and sports events.
Somebody, whoever made that list is somebody who's fucking
can't
traumatized.
No, it's a
Nowhere.
vegan. It was a vegan who made that list.
First of all, I have a coffee shop, so I'm gonna always be like, a coffee date is amazing.
If they take you to your coffee shop, it's
Coffee
cool?
uplifts people. And what's great is when you can go to a coffee shop where they actually have liquor. Like, coffee drinks are great because you'll be up. You know what I mean? So you can have like an espresso martini, you'll be good to go.
Like drunk
Red
energy.
Lobster, I
Never
can't
had
do.
that.
I remember somebody took me to Red Lobster. I don't eat seafood. So I just thought it was very,
Inconsiderate.
yes. Like, somebody took me to Red Lobster once and I couldn't eat anything.
Not even
But
the
did you
biscuits?
tell
Did
them
you
you don't
say
eat
anything, or did
seafood?
you
I think
willingly just
it was
walk
a surprise,
into Red
but I
Lobster?
think you need to ask people, like, hey, what's your favorite type of food? What don't you eat? Because I feel like everybody who knows me knows I've never had seafood in my life.
Damn.
So people who
Never.
know me, never.
Not a shrimp, not a scallop, not a.
I have had tuna fish out of the can. I don't know if that counts,
Nah.
but that was when I was way younger.
But does it like break
tuna.
down?
With mayonnaise.
Bumblebee.
I don't think that's for real.
You
Yeah,
get-
it was bumblebee.
You get like an allergic
My mom
reaction?
doesn't eat seafood, so she never made it for us. So I just never ate it.
Oh, so you just...
I just don't eat seafood. And so, so all I had was like a Cheddar Bay biscuit. That was it.
Is it a reason why you don't eat seafood though?
And he probably thought you was the best date in the
Yeah.
world.
That was the only reason is because I never ate it growing up. My mom doesn't eat it, and I don't like nothing fishy.
Well,
You ain't
that don't
nothing fishy.
eliminate
I
seafood.
agree with her on that.
For different reasons, Gad. You have different reasons, Gad.
Oh, good. Butter Bay biscuit. So he just sat there and watched you eat the biscuits and...
I mean, it was fine. I was a lot younger. He was a barber. I was super young, and so that was it. But it also
threw you under the bus.
Like,
He's a barber.
No, I mean, I was when I was younger.
What did
Listen,
you think he was getting
truthfully,
at?
I was still in high school. That was a great job.
Right.
Because he had money. Like, he was a barber.
Oh, when you was in
He had
high school, he was a barber.
Yeah.
So he was older than you.
Yeah, he was older, but like 2 years.
One of those guys.
Man,
That ain't bad.
She said 2 years.
But he had money, so
One of those
like
guys.
back then, going to Red Lobster means you have money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
True. Yeah, that's true.
that's
That's
a
true.
nice date.
That's true.
Yeah,
High
that was
school.
a thing. Red
Back
Lobster.
in high school, yeah.
Like high school.
Not as
Red
grown ups,
Lobster,
but
yeah.
in high school, yeah. That
It was on
Yeah, high
22
school,
in Jersey.
Applebee's,
Jersey.
Applebee's,
Yeah.
Red Lobster,
Applebee's,
those was the spots.
Yeah, that's a
High
nice
school.
date.
BBQs.
Route 22. You
BBQ.
BBQs.
Hell yeah.
BBQs.
$4.95 for a roasted
It's a
chicken with
fact.
cornbred
Yeah, you
and
good.
This,
Yo, that was some
Remember
fat
the
shit right there. She just pictured the whole plate and rattled off the
quarter
price.
chicken.
Okay.
How old were you?
I was probably 17.
17.
Yeah, that's
And he was
Yeah,
19.
that works for that.
19.
Yeah, that's
That nigga was over 21. I don't
No,
care
he
what
was.
she
He
said.
was 19.
He's one of them
Bus
old
stop
niggas
stalker.
pulling up to the high school, make you look lit and shit. Like, wow, baby.
But today, Olive Garden. Today, I still like Olive Garden. I like a bottomless salad, and I like their bread.
back to bread.
Yeah, the bread. The bread.
Math is
Olive Garden
traumatizing
is,
bread.
really.
But out of all those restaurants, which one is the best? Applebee's
Yeah, Applebee's.
or Olive Garden?
Applebee's?
Out of that?
I like Olive Garden.
Olive Garden?
Remember Applebee's? You could go to the movies. You get like a They'll give you, I think, with your movie ticket, a free something.
The movies is on the list too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
I don't
supposed to
know
go to
why
movies.
the movies would be a
I don't
bad
fuck-
date.
yo,
That's
Listen,
amazing.
whoever
I'm
made
supposed
that
to go to
list,
the
they-
movies. That's dumb.
I'm gonna tell you why, because like if you going to get to know somebody,
You can't talk during the
you
movie.
take them to the movies.
Yeah, but then you got something to talk to after the
Yeah,
after the movie.
You go to Applebee's and you use a coupon.
I don't know. I don't like taking women to the
Angela's
movies.
trying to keep y'all single for life. She wants you to go to the movies. She
fall
wants you to go
asleep
to
at the
coffees.
movies.
Huh? Yeah, they fall asleep.
They fall asleep on
And
the
that shit
previews.
pisses me off. Like, yo,
Be like,
yo.
damn, the movie ain't even start. You knocked out.
You never used a coupon to go eat?
A coupon?
In
Yeah.
front of who?
No, I never do.
No.
Nah, hell
No.
no.
Never.
Trying to keep people
Coupon? She said the
virgins.
coupon.
Like,
I would be like, if
Unless
I
I was
went
with
to
my
go eat with a
grandmother or
guy, I would
something.
tell
She
him
pull
I
out
have
her
a coupon.
coupons.
Angela, your homegirl comes to you and says, this guy that I like took me on a date and this nigga pulled out a coupon. You really telling her to go back?
Well, here's the thing.
You don't have jokes?
I have an Amex card, and with your Amex card, you can get
You went
coupons
in a
to
completely
a lot
different
of really
direction of a
amazing
coupon. I
restaurants.
said coupon, you said Amex
No,
card.
but
no,
it's
they give
different.
you-
It's different
they
for a
give you a
woman.
gift
If a woman
card.
uses a coupon, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, she good with money. She knows what
Right.
she
Yeah,
doing.
that's a fact.
She's
A guy uses a coupon, it's like,
I
this
ain't
nigga
gonna-
broke.
I grew up with my mom having a
Nigga
coupon
fucked
for
up.
everything. Everywhere we went, my mom had a coupon. You know, my mom and my dad, they both are very good at like trying to barter things down. And so they'll be like, well, is there a deal? Well, like they both do that.
Nationality?
My mom is black, my dad's Chinese.
Okay. Before we
That
get
started with food shopping.
They
Ketchups for $4.
Angela, you know we're both
Coupons.
I started haggling over chicken
we both
wings.
do this like we both do this for years. I know that you didn't answer my question.
What's your question, Mecca?
Your homegirl comes to you
Uh-huh.
and says, this dude who took me out pulled out a coupon to pay for food.
Where to? Where did they go?
What difference does it
It
make?
don't matter.
Well, ain't
What
too many high
difference?
end
Like,
spots
what's
taking
difference?
coupons.
No high
Get a
spot.
coupon.
I don't really think it's a big
Mr.
deal. I'm gonna be
Childs.
honest. I don't really think it's a big deal.
You
You don't
telling
think
her
it's
it's cool. Y'all don't, you and your homegirls
He
don't have
paid.
jokes.
He
So
might
he's-
have had points. You know how a lot of these things have points, and then he had a coupon from his points. I use my points all the time. I bought my first Louis Vuitton bag and my first Chanel bag using points.
Angela, people who are using coupons ain't doing Louis bags. You going in the completely
Oh, but
opposite
what's
direction.
the impression? What's the impression like a guy does that? Like, or
It
you're
just
like,
depends.
ooh,
It
he
could
got
be-
coupons. I'm gonna give him something.
Well, ain't coupons points nowadays?
No.
That's what
She
points
They
said
give you,
are.
they get you the points transfer into a gift card. So you gotta like show the gift
She
card on
keeps
your phone.
finessing it.
I do it. I'm not gonna lie. I do that. I'll be like, hold on, we going to Ruth Chris. I got a $250 coupon. Let me get my points. I do it. So it doesn't bother me. It also means you got mad points.
A guy can definitely do
Got
that.
mad
Definitely
points,
not
you got
do
the
that.
coupons.
Yo, Matt, she from Brooklyn, bro.
All right.
What else is on that list?
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
movies.
That's weird.
You
Everybody
don't
likes
wanna go to
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Church.
Everybody go to-
No, you know
I
which
wanna
one
go to
fucked me up?
Church?
No, sporting events. Are you telling me it's a bad date if we
Courtside,
at
right.
like a game?
Yeah, no, that's
That's a
silly.
bad date?
My nigga, you said courtside. It don't
Everybody
matter where
ain't
you
saying
at,
courtside.
bro.
That's how Cardi
On
B
the
and
first date,
Offset
though.
started. They was
Yeah, you in
at
the
Super Bowl.
nosebleeds. How you feeling
Yeah.
there?
She said sporting events, period. So if I got you courtside or even in the first 5-10 rows, that's an issue? You got a problem
Or a
with
box
that?
seat. That's nice.
Or a box seat. What if we in the sleep?
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I don't.
Sweet.
Watch the game.
I mean, I don't pay attention to stuff like this. You know.
She's not even going to watch the game anyway. That's the thing.
How do you know?
Yeah,
Going
facts.
for the aesthetics. I did that.
Why?
Right.
Why can't women enjoy sports?
They don't,
No one
though.
said women can't enjoy
Nah,
Yes, that's
There's
very
some women
broad.
that enjoy
That's a
That's a
sports.
very
They-
broad statement to make.
Majority, they go to the game to take pictures.
Well, most-
They're not
yeah,
watching
most
the
of
game.
them, they
We
not.
watching the game. We keeping
That's what
stats.
y'all go for too.
Yeah, to watch the stuff.
Or feet on the wood, like that's
Pause.
where y'all. That's why y'all go. Tim's on the wood.
Yeah, but we're watching the game.
Right.
Women watch the game too.
I
They
know.
watch
They
the-
do, but
they
y'all watch
watch
like, ooh, who was that just dunked? And it gets annoying.
That's not.
Like,
There's
yo,
so
that's
many
LeBron
women
James.
that are well versed in
Where you
sports.
been?
That are common. There's so many women that are well versed in sports.
The
Yeah,
women
yeah.
who are telling the women who are co-signing this list as a place to not take someone on a date, a sporting event,
Exactly.
they're not watching the game.
Exactly.
But where do you men not want to go on a date?
Plays.
Your parents' house.
Facts.
Don't take me there.
The opera.
talk to your father.
I'll stay in the car.
Word.
I'm stay in the car.
To go see your kids.
When you go pick up a young woman, you don't pick her up and go to the door and
What
meet.
is this, the prom? No, hell no. What the fuck?
Oh,
I'm
send
just
an
thinking
Uber.
about old school stuff.
Send in an Uber.
No, yeah. Like,
Hey, what type
Uber
of Uber?
XL. Uber XL.
XL, not black.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
black.
the difference? Yeah, black.
XL
no,
could be
XL
like-
is like a family van. Bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
it could
yeah,
be like a
so
Pulling up in a
caravan.
dollar cab.
I think
Black.
an Uber black. Let's switch
Black.
it to
Yeah,
that.
Uber black,
Uber black.
you know what I mean? Nice little Yukon
Yeah.
truck, 2023, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Nobody
Hop in.
cares where men don't want to go on dates. Y'all don't do shit. Y'all don't spend money. Y'all don't. Nobody cares where men want to go.
If a woman asks you out, should she pay
Yes,
and plan the date?
yes.
Okay.
She
So
has.
then maybe there's some places you don't want to go.
Yeah, but they don't.
I'm not
she don't-
doing that. If a woman asks me out, I'm paying.
Why?
It looks
Why?
crazy.
What?
No, it
That looks
doesn't.
crazy.
No, it doesn't.
You know what she, bro, hold up.
asked
You know how
you.
that's gonna look? Yeah, stop.
To who?
You know how that shit gonna look?
To who?
For you.
To
Not
who?
bad
If
at
a
all.
woman come up to you and say, hey, champ, I want to take you
I
out
don't
to
care.
eat, or I want to do da-da-da. All right, cool. When we go out, she can pay for it, but I might tip. I might take care of something
Those-
else.
those are
It's
two
like,
different
yo,
jobs.
It's
Okay.
cool,
Still
but you
paid.
taking the bill like, no, we won't have any of that. Nah,
I
that's
would do that. I've
fuck
done that.
shit.
I've done that. Like, nah, I got it. Don't worry about it.
How long you know?
Just
her for?
because maybe about a week or two. I ain't smash it or nothing. But the whole point is, if she asks me out, my whole thing as a man, this is just me personally, is like, all right,
Where we going?
we're gonna go to the spot I want to go to. If you're
Okay.
taking me out,
Where would
right?
you want to go?
Oh, Brooklyn Chop House.
Okay, so you go to Brooklyn
So-
Tap House. Now let's say she's offered to take you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she
Dom
starts
Pool.
ordering
Yeah.
triple shots in 1942, all kind of stuff,
Mhm.
and just going crazy. The duck, she gets the duck.
Run it up.
Yeah, she
Run
gets
it up.
it up. Don't even touch
Because
it,
she,
though.
because she,
But
in
you're
her
still
mind,
paying.
she's gonna,
Disrespect.
in her
Don't
mind,
even
she
touch
thinks she's paying for
Yeah,
it, right?
but you're gonna still pay.
No, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, you got this. You got this.
Nah, you can't switch up
But
like
you
that.
just said you gonna pay though,
Yeah,
bro.
fact.
No, I would.
Shots
Dead
out,
ass.
cool.
I've done
I
it.
ain't
I know I've
paying
done
shit,
it.
nigga.
I've paid
From
for
Brooklyn, don't
the
ask me
meal
out.
because I'm trying to execute a mission. That's the part we're not talking about.
What's the mission? You think if you pay
What
for
do
a
you mean?
meal?
What's all of our missions?
Really?
Nah, I don't
Really?
agree with you.
Wow.
saying.
What's all of our missions
sounds
when
creepy.
we
That's
go
how
out
you
with a
look
woman?
at women,
Nah,
my
not
nigga?
really.
It's all about our missions when we go out with a
That's
woman.
fucked up, bro.
Yeah, there's a certain execution of things we trying to do.
You ain't trying to get to know and have a good time.
Scumbag.
That one time, yeah, and then you know we talk about that other shit later.
So you're gonna pay for the check.
So nobody's gonna pay the bill
Nah.
if she asks you out.
If she asks,
None
you
of y'all
for-
No,
guys.
I've
give
done
a
that.
tip.
It depends.
Okay,
I've done that because
I know you have.
no, because the place that I'm gonna tell them I want to go, depending on how she's living, you know, I don't need to put that type of pressure on.
Like
you.
where?
Strip house.
Strip house,
Okay.
Peak,
The peak.
STK,
CK.
Chase,
where?
catch.
Catch?
Catch.
Nah, I go to Catch.
Well, that shit fire.
I go to Chop House though. I
Yeah,
love Chop House.
Chop House is fire.
But nah, I'm gonna ask for some shit
Tatiana's is
that
fire.
unless you like straight, nah, I got it.
So
Don't
it
worry about
depends on her economic situation.
Yeah,
But you don't
just
know what
but
that
just know
is.
if I do that though,
The mission has to be executed prior.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're not gonna take her there unless you've already, like,
Established the situation.
yeah, already established. Like,
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So beforehand, prior to that, then where's like a first date?
First date for me is it's a walk. That ass. First date is a walk.
What if it's snowing?
40
What if it's
degrees
cold out? Yeah, it's
outside, bro.
cold out right now.
Yeah, so what?
So you're just gonna
Put on
walk?
a nice coat, walk along
Okay.
the pier, go to Little Island.
Along
you know
the
what I'm saying?
pier?
I need to know that you're satisfied with simple shit before the extravagant shit comes along. You know
What if she has on
Jump into
heels and her feet
extravagant
hurt?
shit.
Huh?
What if she has on
be a
heels?
thot.
How much you gonna wear the heels to a walk for?
So you're saying we're
crazy.
just going for a walk?
Yeah, let's go for a walk.
Okay.
Let's go walk along the
Oh,
pier.
no, bro. Women
Little
be
personal
cold.
bottle in my pocket, personal
Yo,
bottle
Mac,
in your
when
pocket.
did
It's gonna keep us warm. You
You know
heard?
what I'm saying? Facts. Facts.
Because I don't want to hear the complaints. Women are cold in
No,
the room. You gonna
listen,
take it to the pier? She
The
gonna
goal
take it
is
easy.
you
Taking it
are
to the
trying to
projects,
get
nigga.
to know this woman. So, like the movies, you sitting there, you're not really talking. Like, you know what I mean? You go to dinner, there's all types of shit to be distracted by. You go on a walk, I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna
But
get
a
your
lot
whole
of
life
movie theaters
story.
have like a little bar, lounge, so you can meet an hour before.
Yeah,
once alcohol gets involved,
Yeah, all the eye
Long
pick
Island,
theaters.
Long Island, they got
most of
some
them,
shit.
I've
yeah.
never been to those.
Yeah, they have restaurants.
The dining movie theaters,
Shit.
bro.
You bring the food to you sometimes. It's-
Yeah, you
I
can
know
order
about the
food from
dining ones,
seat.
but I
It's
never heard about
amazing.
that shit is like the
Yeah, they
itis,
do. They
the
have it in
itis
Long
shop.
Island.
You want the itis? Go to one of those those
Where the
dinner,
seats go all the way
dinner and
back.
movie joints, bro.
We
Fall
love
asleep
that.
with her like this.
Facts.
One of these, champ?
I can't. That's exactly what happened.
So what are some questions you would ask on a first date? Like, what do you need to
She's
know?
really interviewing us. I don't know
fine.
if y'all
That's
peeped
cool.
that.
Not
She's
supposed
really,
to know.
What are some
getting it
good
off.
questions?
She's trying to get some good tips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's
Like,
happening.
what do you ask? Do you have kids? What's your last? Like, how in depth do you guys get?
Nah, I usually know if you got kids already.
Does it matter?
Yeah, hell yeah, it matters.
I think y'all skipping the part
It
where you
depends
already
on how
having a
many-
conversation.
It depends
over
on
the
how
phone.
many they have.
Y'all been talking
who's
already,
home
though?
watching the little niggas right now. Like,
But y'all have a conversation
You know what I mean?
over the
They
phone
watching
prior
each
to all of
other.
that, though.
yeah.
Y'all getting to know each other over FaceTime, over the phone, and asking certain questions. So by the time
FaceTime?
you go on a date,
Nah, but
Yeah,
some people don't
you
reveal
gotta
it.
play the.
that's true too.
All right, upon average, it takes about 8 hours of interaction before most women feel comfortable with having sex with you. So you gotta put in time, bro.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Nah, I
8
think
hours?
I don't
I
know.
think it's
It does.
like
Everybody's
8
like,
I
hours.
think soon they see you, they know.
Nigga, that's why
if
work
they're with you or not.
boyfriends are so dangerous, nigga.
I don't think it's
She's
soon as
around
somebody
this nigga 8 hours out of the day, just soaking up whatever this nigga's putting down, bro. Like, it's happening, son.
What you
Sneaking
saying?
off in the closet.
I don't know that women know right away. They say that they can know if they're attracted to you, but you could like make them like you or not like you.
Well, that doesn't negate the time frame. She knows if she wants to have sex with you in the first couple. Then you can fuck it
First
up.
couple seconds.
You can
Women
say
be
something,
like,
fuck it
But you
up.
can fuck it up.
You can turn the
fuck it
switch
up.
off. You can fuck it up.
But just being clear, after that 8 hours of interaction, you don't feel like this is a stranger. The guilt factor is kind of removed.
I get what you're
You
saying.
dig what I'm saying?
I get
Like,
what you're saying.
I don't feel like a hoe no more.
I think it's a different day and age. I don't know if
his
women care
mom's
about that
name.
anymore.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think
real
women
name.
care. Like, I feel like it's a different day and
No,
age.
there are women that don't care.
Yeah, like if they want to do it, they'll do it.
And that's
They
why I
actually
say
might,
woman who
they
makes that
actually
list.
might like it better if they don't know you that well.
Well, that's not we.
Oh, you into some others. Oh,
I'm
you
not
be at
saying.
them masquerade parties with the masks.
I'm not saying
Eyes wide
me.
shut.
in the 12 bedrooms.
Those women aren't going on dates. Those women aren't going on dates.
Right.
They
They're
not.
running
They
it
pull
like
it
that.
up.
We're not doing dates. That's a whole different
They
category.
coming to the
of
crib. Or
Do
I'm
you
going to
care?
their
Do you
crib.
like when women make you wait better?
No.
No, I like making women wait. I love that shit. Love it.
I don't know if y'all
I
have
guess
it in
I've
you.
been in prison, man.
Nah,
Just fucking because I don't understand
You
that,
never
my
did that?
brother.
You never
no,
did that?
I want it and I want it now.
Nah.
I ain't trying to wait. I waited 7
No,
years.
see, the thing is,
877 cash
you
now.
up, man.
This nigga pulling up shit.
Listen. Once a woman know you're not thirsty, it establishes a different type of respect in their minds. Like,
That's true.
I'm not in a rush. Like, I take my time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
How long is that?
Yeah.
It sounds good on paper
For me, my brother.
In practice, not
How
so
long
sure.
is that though?
Huh? How long is that? Maybe depends on when initially she starts having those type of conversations.
Angela,
So-
how long does it take you?
I mean, it varies, but I will say I at least have to. I
It
feel like,
varies. Could be 2 hours, 2 weeks. I don't know.
well, I've never had a
2
one night
days.
stand in my
Depends
life.
on what the niggas say.
Well, say it again.
But I've never had a one night stand. But I always say I think that would be fun, you know. But I've never done that. But I do.
You never had a one night stand? Okay, well, but by your definition,
I never
what
met
is a
somebody
one-night
and had
stand?
sex with them the same day.
That's not a one
You
night
never
stand.
met someone and had sex with them.
Yeah, that
In the
is a
same
one night
day.
stand.
No,
'cause
one night stand, you don't have to.
Well,
meet
just
them.
one time and never
Right,
had sex
that's
with
a
them
one
again.
night
But
stand.
if you knew somebody for like a year, you know,
Nah,
that's
it's
Still a one night.
Still a one night stand.
If it
All right,
doesn't happen,
So,
again.
so what if you met someone twice and both interactions were 10 minutes long? Is that considered?
Oh, for the love of God!
But I feel like for me, I think because I do feel like I have to feel comfortable enough around somebody.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to nobody's house, nobody's hotel room if I'm not comfortable.
It's that 8 hours.
Yeah, and the same thing, like you're not coming to my house if I. So it's not gonna happen unless I feel comfortable enough. Like we've had conversations. We definitely have to go out. It's never like a few times at least.
Mm-hmm.
Could be 3.
Could be 3 times.
Yeah, I think 3 is like okay. Now I feel like. I
But
can
one
do it.
time is fine though.
It would be fine. I've never done that. I've never
You've
gone
never
out with
done the
somebody
one
one
time.
time and then
And
had
then-
sex. Never.
It's always been a
Yo,
continuing.
Hold on.
I haven't. I always have many relationships. I've never gone out with somebody one time and had sex with them.
Also, a bunch of entanglements.
Never.
Never, ever.
Never in my life. I haven't.
You want me to call this nigga?
Go ahead. Call him.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like I always say, whatever works. But
Okay, if you don't think there's anything wrong with it, why throughout this time in your
it just
life
never
have you
happened. It just never happened for me. Maybe because I like horror movies. I like true crime.
Nah, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
It does.
Hood
You be
niggas
feeling
love
like
shit like that.
it
Oh
make
no,
you
she's
feel like
scary.
no. It make you feel like somebody could kill you, and you're like, okay, I don't want this person.
Sex trafficking.
Yeah, you be a little bit like, I gotta
Crazy.
make sure somebody
Hit you with
knows.
the dope needle.
I'm the type of
Word.
person
Some
we
shit
gotta
on
go
your
on group
doorknob.
dates first. Like I'm not going one-on-one. So if I meet you and we want to hang out, my friends are gonna be around too.
Oh, I hate those.
That's
I know it's
annoying.
too bad
I
though,
hate
you know,
those. It's
because
like,
guys
that's
will
whack.
stick it
Because
through.
your
if
friends
they-
would be like, I don't like that nigga. It's something about him.
No, it's what if you
like
like
that
one of
nigga.
her friends more than her? Now that you done
well, it's good to know.
fucked the whole
That shit is
situation
like
up.
TSA, it's like security check.
Yeah, it's like
Word.
it
Real
feels.
You know they talking wild shit about you.
And they could be haters too. Like,
It's like a
Most of
safety
the time,
thing.
they are haters.
yeah, most of the time women are haters.
I don't feel like my friends are haters.
First of all, it's a known fact: women lie the most to each other. See how she
Where
gets?
is this a known fact?
That's a fact. That's a confirmation.
She just thought about the 3 lies she told.
Pull
Word.
these statistics up.
Huh? Nah, it's a fact though.
Okay,
It's a fact.
explain this.
Most of y'all collaborators, but at the same time, y'all in like competition. With
When
each
your
other.
homegirl does not look cute and y'all all hype her up and tell her she looks real good in that
You look
outfit.
good, girl.
Now
Because
listen.
you know you're gonna get all the numbers.
Oh my God, I
back.
wish she was here right now. Jasmine will tell you. I'll be like, change that. And I'll make her change her outfit. Like, I will do that. And she'll tell you. She'll be like, no, Ange.
Well, see,
maybe
now
change.
you're being specific to you. We're talking about in general.
Oh, in general? I think
Wow.
if you're out and
So men tend to state bigger lies than women.
oh, that's a fact.
And
Speaking of facts.
state the largest lies when paired with a woman.
That's a lie. But
So on
whatever.
average,
It's a
men
fact.
make higher offers than women and also have lower acceptance rates, particularly when they're paired with women.
These are my expert facts. You're talking about your expert opinion.
No. Yo, first of all,
That was some cold shit. Let that breathe. Let it breathe. That was some cold shit.
Don't let it breathe. Let that breathe. Let it breathe because that's false. It's false.
Let that breathe for a second.
Women tell the biggest lies. There's a lie that women tell that a man could never tell, and it is the biggest lie in the
3
world.
words.
Yeah, baby.
It's your baby.
That's fucked up.
If y'all could get pregnant, you
Anyone but you.
Even in the corner.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Situation.
Yeah, that's bad, right? It's terrible.
And if we really gonna talk about
There's
it,
no lie,
You
man
watch
can
Maury,
tell.
right?
Let's make it out.
You watch Maury?
if we're really gonna talk about it,
That's
women
bad.
are the
Why
masters.
they run backstage and fall on the floor?
Oh, this nigga here.
He's talking about some Jerry Springer shit.
But you know, naturally, you guys are just better at deception.
Why is that?
Because it's part of your everyday routine.
You're the masters of the visual lie more than anything else.
Facts.
Men fall in love with what they see. Women fall in love with what they hear, which is why men lie and women wear makeup and push-up bras and high-heel shoes and fake eyelashes
and use filters
and use filters.
That you gotta pay. That you gotta pay $29.99.
That's not all women. The hell we don't.
That's not all women though.
Nothing I say is a blanket statement towards anybody. There are exceptions to every rule. However, if we're talking in general, most men are visual creatures. That's widely accepted by anybody who's asking. We see a woman, we feel attracted, we want to get to know her.
No,
women
man.
fall in love with what they hear.
I fall in love with her personality, man.
He couldn't even say that with a straight face to the camera.
Black men don't cheat.
How'd you jump to that? Making us look fucked up. But that's, you know.
I think women fall in love with potential more.
Potential?
That's what they hear.
And that is your imagination.
That's what you hear.
I agree with that.
That's what they hear.
Yeah. It's your imagination. You're like,
I agree with that.
But the other part is the
I
projection.
imagine this guy being the greatest thing in the world.
And then when it doesn't,
you see your potential, you know?
But then when it doesn't, the only problem with that is when it doesn't happen, you get mad at us.
No, the problem with that is when it doesn't happen, you start believing the other shit that's going on in your head, and that's.
But yeah, but that and women will actively take it out
This
on
nigga's
you.
lying, I know it.
I feel like we gotta get y'all been hurt.
He rigged this camera.
You guys like.
He wasn't here at this time. That's a fact. This nigga's lying.
Y'all been hurt.
She trying to say we was traumatized.
Yeah, you guys.
Isn't everybody?
First of all, everybody past 30 is traumatized.
Everybody got trauma.
Turn on the radio.
traumatized.
How many women do you hear singing about how fucked up men are? What do you think that is?
Do men sing about how fucked up women are?
They're not singing about that no more. They're singing about being fucked up.
Why you, bro? I never said that's not happening.
But okay, so why? But here's the question:
It's not negative.
Why are men so fucked up? Then you think that's your trauma?
You said why are men so fucked up?
Yeah, you think that's from
women.
trauma?
That's from women.
No, I think women are.
She said no. Just moved on.
He said no.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Well, we came from.
I think
so,
that
yeah,
women a lot of times react to how men are, and they become jaded because
the other
of
way
that.
around.
And for men, I feel like y'all, I don't know I feel like you guys excuse a lot of things because you feel like this is what men do, and it's acceptable
What do
in
you mean?
society.
We
Like they be like, oh, he's a man, he cheats. Like people feel like that's acceptable because it's like all men cheat.
No one ever feels like that's acceptable. You know the kind of hell we catch from even being suspected of cheating?
Yeah. And then people act like a woman. People
that.
act like women are wrong when they're like, I don't want to deal with him. He's cheating, and they're like, oh my God, she's not ride or die. She didn't stick by him.
No one says that.
Who told you that?
We never say that.
You heard that all the time?
The only
time.
people who say shit like that are men who are caught fucked up. Like rest of us aren't saying that. I don't know where y'all get this shit. It's like you make it up and run with it.
First of all, it's 2023. You'll be surprised at shit that you can get away with by just being honest. At this point. You know what I mean? It's refreshing. It's refreshing to deal with somebody that, I don't have to wonder about this thing. I know exactly what he's doing.
Right.
He's with Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
And you give them the liberty to make that decision if they want to deal with it.
Now you know who's gonna trash them for accepting that? Their homegirls.
But here go the thing though. Most of those homegirls, A, don't got a man, B, can't keep one, and C, probably alcoholics or cat ladies. So which never stops. Why you taking their advice in the first place?
Which never stops them from listening.
I also feel like sometimes women think they have to accept that because there's not a lot out there. So I feel like women do things like threesomes and accept certain things because they're like, I just want him, and so whatever I have to do.
That's not true.
Sometimes
I feel like deep
true.
down, most women are
They
bisexual.
just want that.
Y'all do stuff that we can't, like y'all get drunk, y'all kiss each other. Men don't.
Y'all do that
We
now.
don't do that.
That's a fact. Y'all do that now.
And because
in the clubs, y'all do that now.
And because y'all keep
Y'all be
encouraging.
like, I had shrooms. I had.
No.
I don't talk about it.
Whoa.
That's when the white boys do that.
Yo, Angie, what's in your
We don't do that.
cup? What's in that cup?
Lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Shit, mixed with what?
Nah.
Best believe
but really, you guys are running out of options.
Why you say
You're
that?
running out of options. For one, there's more y'all than us.
More of us women?
Yes.
More
Yeah,
women
yeah.
than
Y'all
men.
outpopulated.
Y'all outnumbered.
Well,
y'all.
maybe here. There's
No,
other.
everywhere, globally.
Not in China.
And then,
Yeah, there
you know what?
too.
Nope.
The
I'm gonna
sad
tell you
thing
why.
is-
Because in China, they used to. Everybody wanted a boy. You could only have one kid, and so
No, you
everybody,
can't have more than one. But
now,
you
but
get a
you
tax
couldn't.
break
Like
You
two.
couldn't have.
if you have just
But
one.
everybody wanted to have a boy. You
Right.
know,
That's
so
because they were flooded with girls.
They were kept.
That's why.
no, it's because everybody wanted a son to carry on the name of the family.
And the reason why I was sought after is because he kept having
Having
bad
girls. There was
daughters.
girls all over the place.
Not to mention the
But-
fact that
Right.
y'all judge each other way harsher than like
Yeah.
the reason why you think women are just accepting these things because they have to is because the women who actually like it don't want to tell you that they like it because you judge them. That right there
Yeah.
was an ill
Fact.
judgment towards women.
Fact.
Oh, you're only
I feel
doing
like
that
they
because
just
you ain't
do
got
that.
No,
no
I'm
choice.
not saying all women.
Meanwhile,
I'm saying
she's there like,
sometimes- I'm just saying that sometimes
Oh,
women do
yeah.
things because they feel like in order for me to be in this situation, he says that he can't be with just one woman.
Right.
So I'll do that because, and
Welcome-
I definitely know women who have done that personally. So
Welcome to the world of men.
Yeah.
You know how many men do shit that we have to do because of y'all?
Facts.
Like
We don't
what?
necessarily like that
What
shit.
y'all
We
gotta
do it
do?
because it's y'all. Putting up with
Keep y'all in the house.
putting up with us?
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
Everybody's jumping through some kind of hoop to keep the person that they want to be with. That's not women don't have a monopoly on that. Men go through the exact same thing. We just do it different.
Right.
Mhm.
Some men gotta put up with a mother-in-law who's just never satisfied with nothing. And like the personal hater just in the house, just what are you doing now?
What if
hate this nigga?
What if you're a man?
You know
What if
I
you're a
mean?
man?
You gotta deal with that shit.
Completely content with your job, completely content with the money you're making, and now you have a woman who insists that you should be the president, insists that you should be making more money, insists that y'all
Pressure.
should be going on way more vacations than you do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
If he wants to keep that woman, now he has to scale up his life
That's a fact.
in the areas where the pressure is probably killing him.
Right.
But meanwhile, this is the cost that it. See, the world doesn't lie to men the way it does to.
Yeah, just
y'all.
being real.
Mhm.
Being a popular person, when you date a regular guy, don't you run into like insecurity issues where they'll see you with somebody else that's famous or whatever, hanging out and feel like, well, I'm not on that level, so she's probably going for him or whatever. Like,
I think that
you've gotten that before though, right?
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely dated guys who have been like, who is that guy in the picture with you? Why would you do this? And I've had to deal with that.
Yeah.
But then for me, that means that's not the right person. I've dealt with people who have also been really supportive.
Right.
And they'll be like, you need to do this, you need to do that, talk to this person. Yes, all good. And it's a difficult business. And I know I'm super nice. And so anybody I date, sometimes like being overprotective is not a bad thing. But it's also knowing that when it's business, you got to step back. And so that's okay. And I want somebody who's confident, even if they don't have what I have. Because truthfully, like I make a lot of money and everybody's not going to make what I make and do what I do. But as long as I feel like you're ambitious, you're supportive, and you're doing the right things and you're not stressing me out, then I'm okay with it.
You ever
You see that smile at the end of the day? Until you do something I don't like, nigga. Get out my house, nigga. Get out my eating up all my food,
I tried to
nigga.
use you to get where they needed to be?
I mean, that's hard to say. I feel like it's everybody wants something. So there's certain times that if you're dating somebody, you want to help them. You should want to do that, you know?
Right.
And so if you can't do that, if they keep on asking you for stuff, then that's a whole nother story. But if you're like, let me help you with this, or let me do this for you, let me introduce you to this person, that's what a relationship should be.
Yeah.
But if somebody is acting like, I've never felt like somebody was using me because of who I am. You know, I think I'm a pretty cool person to date. I'm chill. I don't think anybody would do that just because they wanted to get something.
So
you know?
what was your help? What was the help that you offered?
I mean, I'll introduce somebody to someone and be like, hey, this could be, a good connection for you. I'm also very supportive as far as like, I think it's important for women to, sometimes we can concentrate on negative things in relationships and complain, but to also celebrate when good things happen, no matter how small they are.
Right.
And so I'm like that in a relationship, and I'm like that with my friends. Like I like to celebrate everything. And so if today you had a great day, you closed a deal, it could be something really small. And I'll be like, no, we got to celebrate that. Like every single day should feel really blessed to be in the position that we're in.
Right.
You know, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe that I have this like, you know, nice house. I have this apartment. I have this job. I have this, it's a blessing to be in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me to be able to have like my friends around me, sometimes we just look at each other and like, we are so blessed. Like it's amazing to be in the position that we're in. And so I just feel like as much as we like to complain, we also have to really show people love and just be like, you know what, you did something great for me. You didn't have to pick me up from the airport, but thank you. That meant a lot to me because I'm Ubering everywhere. So every little thing does mean a lot.
How hard is it to date a man who's on your level or above?
Or to find one.
Yeah. Well, I think it just depends. Like, because everybody's so different. Like you could date somebody who's on your level or above and it could be amazing or it could not. It just depends on the person.
No speculation. I mean, your personal experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think certain things are hard with people's egos. And so sometimes like a guy's ego could be hurt when you don't need him for things. And I think it's important for men to feel needed. So even if I don't need you to help me pay the bills or I don't need you to do certain things,
right.
I can let you know, like if I need you to have a conversation, to talk to me, if something's happening and you're the first person I'm going to come to discuss it, or like I think it's important to just feel needed. And so I just like to make sure whoever I'm with knows how important they are to me and how necessary they are in my life and how they add value to it, whether it's financially or emotionally.
You might ask a little pet. What happens when he doesn't? What happens when he doesn't need you? How does that work out?
I think that's great. I think individuals in a relationship should not need each other. I think that we should all be able to function on our own, handle our own business.
Agreed.
But as fully evolved, don't need you for anything human beings, we choose to help each other.
Right.
And we choose to accept help because it's hard for me to even accept help. So that's how somebody will know I'll fuck with them if I allow them to even help me.
Right.
Because I don't ask anybody for anything. And so when I'm like, okay, yes, I need some help, or if I ask you to do something for me, that's a big deal for me.
Right. So how is it when you date a man who's on your level or
it's great.
above?
I mean, I think it's nice. You know, as long as like they don't have a big ego and they're not. I think sometimes people want to try to tell you what to do and what not to do, and that's hard because.
What do you mean? Like what things to do?
Like if they think they know what you're doing in your business better than you do. You know, I've been doing this for a really long
Like
time.
if you was dating Ian Dunlap, like he starts telling you about your financials.
Well, he definitely
shit.
knows more about financials than I do. So
you'll listen.
He's an expert. So yes, I will always listen. Right. But I remember I dated a guy and he worked at like, you know, a financial institution. And he was trying to tell me about the entertainment business. And he was like, you need to do more things with white people because the stuff you do is so urban. And you need to, yeah, he definitely told me
Was he white?
No, he was black.
Oh, he's institutionalized.
Wow.
And so
he's an Oreo.
So I was like, let me tell you something. All of those white places.
Those firms?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it gets nasty.
Produce culture.
So he was trying to tell me about my business. And I was like, all of those white places you're talking about come to us to find out what it is that they need to do. And that's where they get like the most recognition, the most hits. So don't tell me where I need to be or what space I need to be in. I'm very comfortable where I'm at. And, you know, this is what made me who I am. But he would try to tell me what I needed to do in my business when he had no idea what was going on.
So how long did that last?
What? Not long. We were together for a while. When we first started dating, I wasn't who I am today. Right. So as things started to like grow, he started trying to tell me what direction I should go in. Right. And then, you know, but he was cheating anyway, so it didn't matter.
Oh, well, then that happened.
What was the worst kind of date you've been on?
The worst date I've been on? I remember I went on this is the only time I ever did this. I went on like a blind double date. So my best friend from high school, she was dating this guy and she was like, come out. His friend really wants to take you out. So we went. And, you know, shout out to the Q dogs, but he had on like a Q dog bucket hat on a date. And then,
stomping the yard.
Oh, yeah.
Stomping the yard. He was Columbus short.
That was stomping the yard on the date.
Columbus short.
Like, sir, you're 45.
He had a book bag on too?
No, he didn't. But then the craziest part, y'all gonna think this is foul, but they took us to this, they wanted to go to this party. And so we get there and, you know, me and her hung back. We watched them try to like finesse to get in. They couldn't.
Curve.
You ain't nobody.
You can't get in.
They was finessing to get in.
They didn't know, you know. So me and her went in without them.
They was younger than you.
Oh man.
No, they was older.
As you
They
should.
was older?
Yeah, they were older than us.
As you should.
And you went in
Yeah.
without them.
Yeah.
Did they say don't worry about
As
it?
you
Go ahead, go
should.
in?
Because I also just felt like they were, I don't know if he was trying to like impress me, but it was just, you know, it wasn't even anything I wanted to do, but I just felt like, why am I on this awful date? It was
Me
terrible.
See, witness how cold-blooded this woman is. She watched this man.
My son's flicking.
She watched this man struggle. He's probably sweating bullets. Like, I'm trying to make this happen for her. I'm trying to make it happen. She watched him, knowing she could have got them all in at any given moment. She watched this man fail,
He didn't
and
take
then
off his
rewarded
bucket
him
hat.
with the
Bye.
peace, nigga. Peace, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just, I think, and
That's
you know, he
crazy.
knew who I was. So I was just like, why are we even, if you want to ask me, just ask me. I just was watching all that happen.
You know, you
And
could
I
have just
also,
walked up and did it.
and I also didn't like how he was acting like the whole night. It was just like fake cockiness. I just don't like that.
Fake cockiness.
Yeah.
Because you saw through it. You were like,
Yeah, I just don't like that. Just be chill.
weak,
Like,
nigga.
calm
you about to
down.
die at this door. You about to die in front
I'm
of
the
security.
nigga. I'm the nigga.
And the other thing I don't like is if you're rude to people who are like in the restaurant waiting on us. I don't like any of that.
Oh, he was rude to the staff?
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't-
that's corny.
Yeah,
That's
so I didn't
big
like
corny.
any of that. And then I only did it as a favor to my friend, so I was like,
Pity
why did
date.
I agree to this?
Oh, you took one for the team.
I did.
You
I
didn't
did.
like that nigga anyway.
I did. I didn't even know him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know him if he was in here.
Damn.
Damn.
Bro, whoever you are, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking around like,
You know he done fucked up, right?
who that happened to? Yo, bro, was it you? Was it you, man? I don't know. She might be sitting across the room. Like, I wouldn't even know if he was in.
This nigga's stupid.
That shit felt
Oh, man.
that shit felt so unnecessary. I bet you he was
funny.
amped
This nigga
to that
funny.
part, to this part in the whole interview. He was listening to that shit. Yo, that was me. That was
Turned it
me.
on. He turned it on.
She said that shit at the end. Cut the
I
shit.
think everybody's had bad dates though. We have to like.
Of course.
There's no way.
What's the worst? The worst date you ever been on? Date.
Champ.
Worst?
Worst date.
Worst
Yeah,
date?
yeah. We're listening. We're looking at you.
Oh, me? The worst day I've been on?
Yeah.
Nigga, I've been in jail most of my life. I hope
No,
I've been on dates.
Tell us about one of those. Tell us about one of those, nigga.
Fuck you, man.
Shit got crazy.
What you talking about?
Took a walk around the yard.
Nice walk in the yard. Took a walk in the yard.
Yeah, you know, when I get out,
Some cakes and shit.
I'm saying, I
Any
can
one of
see
those will
us-
count.
I can see
some
us
bud
building man
off the
shit when we
visit.
get out. You know what I'm saying? I can see us-
No.
Making some
The worst,
secret.
the worst date I've been on some real shit was like in 2013. Before I did my last bid, my homeboy, somewhat of what she was saying, like a double date joint, but I didn't know what shorty looked
Those
like.
are worse.
So I pulled up and my man, he a fly guy or whatever. So I always seen him around baddies. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. It's gonna be a dope night.
nah.
We lit.
Respucia pulled up.
Man, yo, bro. No, and no disrespect to women who don't look up to the caliber of what I like.
Caliber?
Wow.
You mean
No,
no?
caliber.
Okay, champ.
Whoa.
Sophisticated.
That was
okay,
so
champ.
insensitive. Love it.
Okay, champ.
That was
I
real
said no
insensitive.
disrespect to the caliber
to
of
the
women that
caliber?
I don't. Yeah, I have a certain caliber.
Maybe
have
it's
a
just not your
standard.
type.
Tight.
Yeah,
Stay
same
tight.
shit.
But
man.
caliber is like, yo,
Shit,
bitch, you
man.
down here.
We in the barbershop, we
nah,
talking.
come on, man. It's fucked up.
But when she pulled up, we was over there on around 34th Street. We pull up, and my guy is like, "Yo, there they go right there. Here they come." And I'm looking. I'm like, "All right, cool. I know who the shorty is that he with," and I'm looking right past her. I'm not even looking at her. I'm looking beyond her. And she pulled up. She was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "This ain't gonna work." And I just left.
You laughed.
I just left. Yeah.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah.
Oh, stop
No,
it.
I
You
just
left the
left.
nigga outside the club. Be quiet.
After you watched them sweat.
Left that
not
man
gonna take him
outside
to
the
the song.
club.
Even though how
He
he
was
look.
scampering around trying to make something happen.
I'm not doing that. I'm not taking. I'm not going through the song and dance situation and all
How
that.
was it for
We're gonna
you?
stop this right here.
But like after being locked up for both of you, how was it dating? Like coming home and
it was traumatic. Dating is traumatic.
And do you tell women like on the first date, is that a...
I'll let them know what it is.
All they have to do is watch the show.
I've done that.
But they might not if they didn't.
He says it every episode.
I've done that on prior biz. I've told a woman like, yo, I was in jail. So if you want to talk to me, you want to talk to me. If you don't, it's all good. There's plenty of y'all out here.
Yeah, you watch Game of Thrones? I was in jail.
No, but what's funny is that most of the women I've dated coming out of prison, they ask you a bunch of prison questions.
Oh, they do? Like what?
They ask you mad questions. The number one question is like, yo, you like booty?
Oh, whoa.
I'll be like, yo, why you asking me that, yo?
No, because a lot of women, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of you guys have a suspicion of every man at this point, correct?
Of every man or every man that's been in jail?
Every man, period. That there could be a dark side.
I think it's more...
Or rather a sunshine.
Dark night.
A sunshine side.
Like a brown side.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Yo, man, bro. You drink a lemonade.
No, but is that like, because I
don't think
that's like a woman's
and
biggest
fear. And then you're gonna
nowadays.
ask somebody, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, you know." But so, what is it called? A lazy Susan? Is that what is it called?
Susie?
Oh no,
Susie. Yeah, Susie. No, a Susie is the. I don't know if I should explain it.
Yeah,
Susie is a roll of the toilet paper roll stuffed with
jelly.
No,
jelly and
no.
So you had that?
Hell
you
no,
did
it's
that?
a pocket. It's a little pocket.
A Susie is. A Susie is.
Do we want to know?
I don't use this plenty of times.
A state shop towel.
So you've done this a lot.
You use a state towel.
State shop towel.
You get a sock. You know what I'm saying? You roll up the towel. You feel me? No, matter of fact, you use a latex glove. You get the latex glove. You sit inside the towel. You roll it up.
Okay.
Then you take a sock and you tie the sock around it, but don't tie it too tight. You understand? For health reasons.
For health
don't tie
reasons.
it too tight.
Right.
Then you fold. You leave some of the latex sticking out, and then you fold it over the top of the towel. So now it looks like
we should make these
jump off.
and
And
sell
then you put
them.
mad lotion in that shit. Put mad lotion and
premium jelly.
and fucking petroleum
pull your
jelly and all
curtain
that in there.
Right.
Okay.
He knows.
And then you put it between your put the curtain up, and then you put the mattress.
Look at these guys.
Yo, shit.
Like, yeah.
Yo, shit. Do bunkies, my nigga. Do bunkies.
That's up to that man. But listen, then you take the apparatus. And if you like, if you want, you either sell.
Nigga said put
You
mad
take you have
lotion.
the mattress, and then you got the post of the mattress. You put it right in between there, and you get on your knees and get busy.
Oh my God.
And you tell whoever's on the top bunk.
Nah, ain't nobody.
Ain't no top. Ain't none of that, bro. You ain't gonna do that. What are you saying?
I need a moment.
You sharing a cell with someone.
No,
When he's double dating?
when it's
Nah,
double,
ain't
no, listen. When it's double bunk, niggas go to the yard, niggas gotta go to program,
Okay.
shit like that. So you have time by yourself.
So you
for
request
yourself.
alone time from your
Ain't no
bunk.
requesting, nigga. You gotta go to program.
So do you always use the same
Go to the
one?
yard, nigga. You ain't go to the yard in 4 days. Go outside.
Just had a rough phone call.
Matt, you crazy.
I need some time alone. You know what I'm saying?
Susie's
bro, I
coming
got some
over.
ball. Go outside and get out of here.
You ever caught somebody else using your Susie?
No, because I take it apart after the
Your
fact.
Susie ever
Oh, you
cheated
take-
on
After
you?
you done ejaculated in
dismantle
there,
it.
keep it over.
You dismantle it.
You dismantle it.
Math is
Flush it down the toilet.
Math is
The
crazy.
hell?
Math is crazy.
Susie cheated on you.
Math is
Every
crazy.
cell is not double bunked in jail, bro.
I know that. I'm just saying, if you are in one, what are you doing, bro? Like,
You sending them to
gotta
the
go to
yard.
the yard.
I mean,
You gotta go outside.
I know you don't want to be on the top bunk and you sleeping, and all of a sudden you're like, yo, what the fuck? You don't want to deal with that. I know it happens though.
That hasn't happened to me, man. That hasn't happened to me.
It happened to you. What'd you do?
No.
It hasn't happened to you. Okay.
Now the worst.
Nah, that hasn't happened to
Now the
me.
worst is when somebody's sleeping on the top bunk and their feet stink.
Oh my
You
God,
gotta
that's
go in
the
the
worst,
shower,
bro.
bro.
That's the worst.
You gotta go in the
Gotta
shower.
get into
Back to
fights and
dating,
all
back
that
to
shit.
dating.
Yeah, you gotta fight.
You gotta fight. You
You gotta
gotta
fight.
fight.
First, when you're dating
Gotta
somebody
fight.
and they feet stink.
Word.
Yeah, but there's no dates. I never had no fucking date in prison. And outside in the street with a woman.
Why you explaining yourself,
No, because he said that shit, man. He said, really, dates in prison?
This
I want
nigga's
to clarify
really
for the third
explaining
time.
himself, boy.
Yo,
Niggas can't really explaining
It's
himself.
actually, no, in all seriousness, for us ex-prisoners coming home, we're actually sought after by women.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a good feeling. You know
Big
what I'm saying?
girls, they love y'all.
They have like
Got
prisoner
energy for
dating
days.
websites and stuff
You
like that.
been lifting weights. You can handle all of that. You can just
Not me, bro. That's not my what did I say before? What's the word I use? My caliber.
Oh,
That's not my
caliber.
caliber.
Taste, not your
No,
taste.
I'm gonna stay with caliber.
He's gonna stay
That's
with
not my
caliber.
caliber.
I'm quiet. You got it. He's staying with caliber, ladies.
Nah, but it's good. I'm fortunate enough. I'm not in that type of situation. I got a girl and I'm good.
Okay.
But prior to that, you know, on a dating scene, I was getting pulled in a lot of directions. You know what I mean? Because I was sought after. I had the glow. You know,
You had the
got your
glow.
weight up. Well, you got that glow. Yeah, and you can be broke as fuck. You can be broke. And it's like, yo, I need that person right there.
But it's that potential factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a potential. They look at you and they be like, I can make him into something.
She know you're gonna make the bed every day.
oh yeah. Facts. Facts. You gonna be in the crib when she come home like a cat. Like a fucking cat. Just greeting her when she comes home. Hey baby, you're home from work. How was work today?
Take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. Come on.
Yo,
Put them up.
yo, it get nasty, man.
Is your boss still getting on your nerves? Tell me about it. Let me rub your feet.
That's a fact.
Thank you for paying the rent this month.
There's a lot of cats out there like that, though.
Nigga said thank you for playing.
On a child.
Yo, man.
No, the worst of the worst is when you in a chick crib and the phone ring and you don't answer it. Facts.
And what?
Like if you had a chick crib, let's say you just came home, let's say you met a girl and she's like, yo, you can stay up at my crib, let's say you ain't got a crib or whatever, right? You in the crib with her, you chilling, and her phone rings. You're not going to pick it up.
Why would you answer her phone?
Why? Why would anybody?
Even if she tells you, yo, can you get that for me? Because of what happened in prison. We hear the phone ring all the time. The phone rings at the CO's desk all the time.
Right.
You don't go pick up that shit.
I couldn't see myself picking up a woman's
I'm not
phone
definitely
anyway.
Yeah, but there's certain traumas that happen in prison
Okay.
You're
that you
saying
come home with.
you're psychologically,
Like psychologically,
wired
you
to not
just certain
even
shit you
ignore.
just...
Even if she's like, answer the phone, you're not doing it.
No.
Can you?
It's like for what? What
Is
you
it
want
like
me to pick up the phone
background
for?
noise? Can you even hear the?
Yeah, it's like background noise.
So you don't even.
It's like if I hear keys, if I hear a bunch of keys, I might not turn around and look. I'm used to that shit because of COCs or fucking getting in the shower with your fucking underwear on. It's the mad little shit. Or with your fucking flip-flops.
Yeah, that's a problem for y'all.
I mean, obviously.
No, but I've heard that a couple of times.
That's
Like the showering with the drawers on.
How long did it take for you to get out of those habits?
Well, I'm a recidivist, so I got out of it real quick.
That's why.
For me.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, but dudes that been down a long time, they come home from doing 20, 15 or whatever, they traumatized like motherfuckers.
I mean, how do you react to a man showering in his drawers?
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that?
No, that's never happened. I've seen guys at the beach with their t-shirts on in the pool, but I've never seen nobody.
No, yeah. But you dated guys that just was fresh out? Never?
I'm trying to think, have I ever? No, I don't, no, not fresh out.
Fresh out ain't nothing.
I dated a guy, I mean, while I was with him, he went to jail, but it was only for 3 months.
That's light work.
Yeah, that was nothing.
Was he parking tickets?
No, it was, he had a warrant. He had a warrant, and then his baby mom broke my windshield. They got into a fight, and then he ended up
He violated
going to jail.
probation?
Yeah.
Will you still date a man with kids?
I think it's hard not to, you know, date a man with kids. You just want a man with kids who care about his kids. That's it, you know.
When you with a guy and you realize this guy doesn't care about his kids, he's been here for like 2 straight weeks, and I can see them calling his phone, he's not answering.
Nah, I would never date somebody who didn't care about their kids.
How do you know?
Because you know, if somebody has kids, first of all, they should tell you immediately, like, oh, this is my kid. They should have pictures in the phone. They should be, I gotta go, I gotta see my kid. They should be speaking to them. But if somebody doesn't tell you, I mean, a long time ago, I dated a guy who had a kid and he didn't tell me.
At all?
And he didn't tell me, but I was in college. And he said that he didn't tell me because I said something about not dating guys with kids. And so he didn't want me to know because he felt bad.
What did you say about not dating guys with kids?
I don't even remember what I said, but I just remember I found out because I was at his house and again, I was in college. His roommate came in and was like, "Oh, did you go see your daughter?" And I was like, "Daughter, you told me you didn't have no kids."
Can't keep it.
Yeah.
Salt in the game. Salt in the game.
But he didn't know. He didn't know that I didn't know.
You think he didn't know?
Yeah, you think.
Nah, he knew.
No.
He
And then I was
knew.
like,
He knew.
"You didn't tell me you had kids."
He knew.
He was like, it's just because you had made a comment about you wouldn't date a guy with kids. And so I felt embarrassed and I didn't want to tell you. And so
Man, he had your kid?
yeah, he did lie. He lied. He didn't hide, he lied and said he didn't have any.
Bozo.
Yeah, so that was it. But it wasn't that serious. So, I was in college. It wasn't anybody that I was super serious
It was just
with.
fun.
Yeah.
Just having fun.
So it wasn't a big deal. But I also felt like after that, it kind of shifted things where I felt like, you can't date somebody who's not going to ever talk about their kids if they have them. It's always easier to date somebody without kids, though. It is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, because then you don't got to deal with the kid's mom. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want them neither.
That's the easiest thing.
For the most part, my kids' mothers are cool. Like they get along with whoever I'm dating. But
regardless, any woman is going to be like, it's easier. It's just easier. Because then, no matter what, these kids are always going to come before me. As they should.
yeah.
But it is what it is, And so.
And that's sexy to y'all.
I said it's easier not to have to deal with that. But
you can admire, like, okay, I know if things ever go a certain way, I know what kind of guy he's
responsible.
Right, he's responsible.
Yeah.
And deep down, women are still looking for a man that's going to stand up, be a man, be a provider, be a leader for his family.
Yeah, I mean, I still rather not have to deal with the shit, but if I had a choice.
Yeah, all that shit is cool. However,
when you say not have to deal with it, is it the getting connected to this kid, and then when y'all break up, it's like
that's hard too. Like if you date somebody with kids, and then you break up, and then you got to be like, bye, I won't see you again. So that's not.
Mommy died. Mommy died 2 years ago, and you're
that
leaving.
is hard, and it's also hard because of different things where like you're always going to be nice to somebody's kids, but the mom might not like that. Mm-hmm. And that's not easy to have to deal with, but you have to respect it. Mm-hmm. Like if you have kids, I'm going to always, show like love on your kids, but the mom might have an issue with it. It's just too many different things involved. So it's not easy.
That's when the mom is not over.
Yeah, no, I just think that any mom would probably be protective. Like you don't want just any man around your kids.
No, not at all.
Right. And so that's something that a man would have to think about if he was dating your kid's mom. They'll have to be like, damn, I don't want, to be the topic of the conversation or to have to get. And then eventually, if he's going to be around a lot, you're going to have a conversation. There's no way that you couldn't because it's for the sake of the child. And so it's just a lot that comes with that. And then if you break up, you are going to think like, man, I got close to this person's kid.
And now I can't see him no more.
Right.
And all that.
And now I feel kind of bad that they got attached to me and I just disappeared from this kid's life. Yeah. Those are all things you have to take into consideration. So it's just easier not to have to deal with that.
That shit sucks.
MECC, you sound like you have a story.
Yeah, facts.
That shit sucks.
MECC got an 18-year-old out there somewhere. He left us.
No, it feels like
Sure do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that little girl in forever. I didn't even. It's a cute little kid.
But why not keep the relationship? Is that weird?
Because you number one, I don't know if you've ever danced this dance, but number one, you have a woman that you don't want to be with anymore. And now she's watching you actively go on and live your life with other women if you're staying in contact with the kid. And that kid also is now outside of your immediate family. It gets a little deep. Like you start dating a woman for real, y'all start making plans. This little girl is an outsider. Now your new woman wants to know why this little girl from your old relationship is still around. Yeah. Like, what is this?
It's too much of a connection.
You're keeping this other woman connected to your life via this little kid. And you could really be like, hey, I'm uncle, I'm this, I'm that. But
is the kid a gateway to like, I could still smash?
That's what your new woman will think. That's what
your
old woman might
that
think.
Ain't your kid,
Yeah,
and listen, they do say when you break up with somebody, if they have kids, you got to break up with their kids too. Because it's just not healthy for a kid also.
To think you're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
If
there's no relationship there, that
sucks.
You're not in the family, they just got to understand, like.
I had it one time, and that was enough for me.
Only one solution, guys. Just Bring them all together.
No.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Diddy, get your ass in the ring and fight Tupac. I was like, wait, what the fuck? He said, I'll beat Biggie's ass all over the ring. I'm like, nigga, how'd you get in this? Like, these two niggas is beefing.
But you gotta understand, we talked about this on an episode. There's no one that made it to the top of this game without challenging somebody or having some sort of beef. No one. Not one.
But it's one thing
Not
to do.
one. Everybody wore their way to the top.
It's one
Why
thing
is
to
our culture like that? Saying like country singers, they ain't on that shit. Like,
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
They not trying to kill each other though.
No,
they not trying to kill each other.
Wait. Let's stop putting this narrative out there. We do not have the monopoly on being ghetto and competitive. We don't exist in those bubbles, so we don't know how they give it up. But if you look and you hear about the beefs behind the scenes between the Rock Boy, like they beef, they fist fight, like they get it in.
They stab each other.
They don't talk about it like they talk about ours. But them country music boys, the dudes who do rock music, any form of music, there's friction, there's fire. They just don't talk about it like they do with us. But if you listen to some of their interviews, those YouTube cocksuckers, blah, 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 blah. You hear that shit? Fuck. Rolling Stones, I mean, and this is Mick Jagger talking. He talking about somebody else. And
I got something for you. I just found out Michael Jackson and Prince was beefing.
Oh, that's old work.
I just found that out.
Yeah.
That's old.
It wasn't publicized.
Bro, every genre
They wasn't
of music
really
beefs.
beefing.
The problem with us, number one.
There was a point in MJ's career where he started doing some Prince shit.
The problem with us, number one, everybody wants to watch it happen with
But that
us.
mean they idolized them though.
Everybody wants to watch it
But
happen
at the
with
same
us.
time, it's like,
Everybody
yo, that's my
expects
shit,
it.
nigga.
And we take art and make it imitate life.
He said something about he wanted to
we start
Michael
talking
Jackson
about,
wanted Prince to be in the
we
video.
rap about
No, they were supposed to do that album together.
two
That was supposed to be
a rock group and a rock group making songs about women versus two rappers who are making songs about ops.
Prince said he heard Michael
One
Jackson
group
say
is
your
gonna
butt is
fist fight.
mine. He said,
Yeah,
I
he
ain't
said,
doing
I'm
it.
not getting in that part.
So I'm not saying it don't exist.
I
within those
seen that.
communities,
Your
but
butt
I'm
is
saying we take it to the furthest extent.
He was like, yo, he asked me to get in the video, but when he heard that line right there, he was like, what? I'm not getting in that
No, but I
video.
understand
Yo,
what
what
you're
is
saying, that
what?
narrative that is just us. I get that.
Like,
Said
we
the man
make
with
it
the
sound like it's
mascara on.
only us.
Yeah, I get that.
In the high heel
aggravates
pump.
the shit out of me. Like, I don't know.
We rolling?
We rolling. We are.
Yeah.
Yo, where
That
everybody
aggravates
at?
me.
We rolling.
But yes, we
get
take
that.
it too far. As a community, we definitely do shit that we shouldn't be doing.
You ever seen the Queen
We
movie?
go from the streets
Bohemian
to
Rhapsody?
art,
That's a
and
good
we
movie.
mix it
That
up.
was a great movie about
But
Fred
like-
Mercury from Queen.
I saw
Freddie
that
Mercury,
movie.
yeah.
Them boys was ruthless.
Yeah, it's a different type of
Bro,
situation.
you
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
With,
But then, listen,
Fred Mercury.
it'll be money that gets you every time though in the group.
you think the music business is terrible from the rap perspective. You forget everything those executives learned, they learned from the rock boys. All nasty contracts, all fucked up deals.
They learned that from the mob.
We make it sound like we invented that. Like we the only people out here jerking each other. Bro, they was doing that
Y'all
way
forget
back
there's
then.
a whole book called The Hitman it talks about the mob's involvement
Yeah.
in the music industry from early.
And payola.
You
All
think
that.
Diddy
That's
invented payola? Like, nigga, that shit been around.
Everything is learned behavior from somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, he picked up the business from other people. He
The
didn't
same
invent that shit.
business acumen as the people who taught him.
Which is why when we get mad at Diddy, oh, he's a snake, he's this, he's that, everybody forgets, bro, I learned it this way. This is the only way I knew how to do it. I didn't know that there was a way that we could do this other thing and all this other. Nah, nobody did that. That wasn't my deal. It wasn't none of the contracts I saw. They all look like this. You mad at me? I'm not saying it was right, but I am saying that we don't give each other enough grace.
Okay.
We are not
I'm still doing it.
hip hop wise. We just turned 50. We weren't even in the music industry all those years. You dig what I mean? When hip hop started, it wasn't in the industry. It was just done in the park. Wasn't no business around it. It was clubs. Wasn't no contracts. You
Parks.
showed up. I shake your hand. You give me $1,000. I rock the party all night, and then I leave. That we weren't selling records. And the first people who were selling records, they learned the business from people who were doing dirty business.
Yeah.
But that was the whole business.
We seen that from back in the days with Ray Charles,
Bro.
Berry Gordy.
Start from the Rolling Stones. Like start back there. Like go to when music started making people rich.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody came in and was like, oh, we could build a better mousetrap. Oh,
we can
got
monetize this.
Yeah, we can get this.
It's when horse heads started popping up in beds and shit.
Did you see the Elvis movie?
I saw it. I saw it.
Watch. You want to talk about a dirty contract? Watch what the Colonel did to Elvis. He fucked that dude's career up every fucking which way. Elvis never toured outside the country. He charged him for every piece of merch he made. Every piece of merch he made that he sold off the strength of Elvis, he charged Elvis back for it. Elvis had no bread. He signed him up to play at that fucking hotel in Vegas for life. And he was doing it to settle his gambling debts. He fucked Elvis
Again,
up.
back to the mob shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're not the inventors.
Speaking of mob shit,
business.
you recently had an interview with Suge Knight.
Mob
We
shit.
promoted it. It didn't come out.
Sure.
Why didn't it come out?
They didn't want it to come out.
Who's
Who's they?
I guess it was Suge and Dave Mays. At first, they said they wanted the interview to air in its entirety, and then they said not to put it out.
Why not?
So it was me and Mano, and I told Mano, I said, Mano, you need to be on this Suge interview. Suge had the podcast Collect Call. And I know Mano, you know, he played the guy who shot, Tupac in the movie. And then I know he watches all those documentaries. And so I was like, okay, this will be good because I know he'll be interested in it and we'll do this interview. And then when Suge called in, it was Dave Mays and Suge on the call. And I know you know Dave Mays from the source. But so anyway, when he called in, you know, the first thing Mano did was ask him, was he in PC?
Shout to Mano, Big Brooklyn shit.
Yo, Mano was on hot. Shout out, my boy.
To be honest, I didn't know that was a bad thing. You know me, I don't know anything about that.
That's definitely a hostile
pussy custody.
That's disrespect.
I said, look, put me in PC if something happened. I would like to be in PC, thank you. But I didn't know it was a bad thing.
Right. Turn down service?
That was the first thing. And then, you know, so that got a little animated. And then after that.
In what way?
I don't think Suge liked that question. So then he started, you know, telling Mano he would be in PC if he was in jail. And Mano was like, I was in jail. So it turned into a whole thing. And then another thing, Mano was like, what did he ask him? He said, did you lose some of the mystique? Because you got knocked out a couple of times.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Ja, Full Green. Yeah.
And so so that turned into something, and then, you know, it just continued to go from
So it was
there.
hostile off the rip.
It was a hostile interview, and I think at first they said we want the whole thing out, not edit it, and then they said don't put it out at all.
I don't think those was bad questions, though.
Because of the way it would make
It wasn't bad questions, though. If you think about it,
I'm
those
gonna be
were simple
honest, they
questions.
didn't tell me what the real issue was, so I'm not sure, you know, and at first they were fine with it, but then I guess, you know, maybe they reconsidered. I don't know what the reason is for that.
Yo, what's up, Suge? You on PC or you on General Pop? It's a bad question.
And don't they sometimes put you in PC? I don't know.
Wait.
Sometimes, hold on.
You could request.
Let the experts.
Let me ask you guys. Let's ask our
We
people.
don't need to speculate. We got the people.
Talk to the
Yeah.
jailologist. We're gonna talk to the jailologist. So he could have went into PC under involuntary PC, IPC, because he's a celebrity, meaning that the administration or the officers there would say, okay, we know you're a celebrity. There's gonna be a lot of attention on you. You need to be over here. That's IPC, involuntarily.
Right.
PC is when you sign up for it. When you go into the jail and intake and they ask you a shitload of questions. You got any enemies, yada, yada, yada. And then you sign that paper and say, I want to sign into PC. They don't just throw you into PC unless they feel there's a need to, but there's PC and then there's IPC, which is involuntary.
Okay.
All right, so someone like Suge, who definitely ended up in jail because of some shit that would definitely follow him into the jail system. Is that a bad thing? for him to be in PC.
What you mean, signing up for it, or the administration putting him in there?
Administration putting him in there.
No.
But can you sign yourself out? You can.
Because that's what happened with R. Kelly. R. Kelly went into, and they put him into PC.
I still saw them pressuring him to sing. Right? Didn't they pressure R. Kelly?
He was locked in the closet.
Oh my God, a rubber. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But that wouldn't be acceptable because he's a gang member. I'm saying so that's another image that he got to live up to. You know, he's a gang member, so that's not acceptable. At all.
But it's not your. If they put you in there involuntarily, there's nothing you could do.
You can sign out.
You can sign out
after 30 days. You can sign out.
Oh, after 30 days, okay.
Right.
So that would be his decision to say, all right, I don't want to be here.
The question is he there though? He never answered that.
Yeah, he never answered.
I thought he said he wasn't.
Because he probably is.
He ain't answer it.
Okay.
He didn't answer.
I mean, if he's in there, what if he just wants to be left alone?
You want to read the Bible?
Yeah.
Obviously don't want to be left alone. He's doing a podcast from jail.
No, he still wants attention. That don't mean he don't want to be left alone.
Right.
And I think part of it, they said he wants to just be positive, you know. But I see like a lot of stuff is, you know, the Akon stuff and the Warren G and like, yeah. So I don't know. But I guess we'll see because he is still doing this podcast. So I don't know if it's something he'll address. But Mano definitely wanted it to come out.
Yeah, hell yeah. Big Brooklyn. Yeah. Put that shit out.
Mano was for sure like, I'm from where Biggie's from.
That's right.
And another thing that Suge said was that he would have wanted Biggie and Pac to do an album together called Frenemies.
That'd have been dope. That'd have been dope.
Terrible name.
Yeah.
Terrible name? What you would have named it?
I feel like Nick Cannon have a song called Frenemies?
Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon, what? The fuck?
No,
Who listens to Nick Cannon's
Jones
music?
has a song called Frenemies.
Ooh, come on. Don't do it.
Man, they diss him all the time on Wild 'N Out about his music, man.
Yeah, but
I think he did.
Come on, man. I love Nick Cannon, man.
Somebody listens to it.
And that nigga got Matter of fact, you're right. I'm a gigolo.
You just singing that shit.
Yeah, that's
I
my
ain't gonna
shit.
front.
That's my
I
shit.
fuck that shit right there.
Got so many hoes.
Y'all niggas got
Listen.
y'all popping shit because I'm playing Guy.
Pop
and then
that
you
shit
start
all you
singing
want.
Gigolo.
When one
Music
of Nick
tasters.
Cannon's Killer 16 come looking for you.
It is what it is,
Yeah,
man. That
man.
means God decided my fate. man.
Talking about my dad. We're gonna kill you, nigga.
Charlie Clip's going black on you, bro.
Sign up for PC.
Niggas go black.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever had to like hold an interview or not put it out or take stuff out?
Nope.
Never.
Definitely take stuff out though.
Never.
Take stuff out.
Nope.
I can tell y'all energy, y'all not doing that.
Not doing that shit.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Never. He ain't even got
No. I protect
You
certain
edited
people.
things out.
I protect certain people. Like
Yeah.
if somebody say some shit and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna somebody's gonna get shot over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that out.
But that's not even
different.
that's not even to protect the person. That's kind of to protect like the situation and circumstance around it.
No, because some people get in here and then this ain't drink champs. You know what I mean? Don't get super drunk and then don't know what the fuck you talking about later on.
You've had to stop people from implementing themselves.
Like,
That's
leave
different
that shit
from
alone.
like editing it after the fact.
You know, I done have motherfuckers talking about paying off judges and shit on this shit. I'm like, yo, we can't put that out, my nigga. Like,
Make my shit hot.
no, we can't do that.
But Suge probably didn't want it to come out because it would make him look bad. You got to think about it. Suge Knight is somebody who was a bigger than thou character, right? And he lived a certain lifestyle. He ran certain things when he was out here. And certain things happened that kind of diminished his character, right? So now you have his reputation. So now you have somebody like Mano who is speaking against that. All the things that are part of his reputation, and he don't want to be looked at.
I think it's the wrong reputation, though. I think that's the part that kind of throws me. Like, why focus so much on this persona when your business acumen? You've done things that people have yet to even come close to. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about the label Death Row, we talking about what, two, 3 artists? Mm-hmm. But like the top of the game.
Snoop.
But you got to ask yourself about by through what means.
Then there's
through what means did that take place?
No, okay, you're a Tupac fan. Suge Knight is the man who got Tupac out of jail.
I'm not a Tupac.
Why wouldn't you? Okay, you're not, but like the rest of the world is.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So I think the focus is too much on this tough guy persona when it should be on, you was one of the first black men to actually like hold a major stake in this industry and control it.
I think part of it, though, for Mano, he felt like, well, Suge talks about things on the podcast that are not necessarily positive.
Mm.
Then there's that.
Right. And so I think those are the things that have been going viral from his podcast. So I think that was his point.
What were some of the things? Cause I'm
You know, he talked about Akon, and he said that Akon, he called him a pedophile.
Called him a rapist, raper.
Rapist.
You know what's crazy?
And then he said that Warren G didn't, that Tupac didn't mess with Warren G, and it was like a few different things.
You know what's crazy is that RZA Islam, shout out to the brother RZA Islam.
Mm.
He just put up a post like 2 days ago about the whole list that Jerry Epstein, the guy who committed suicide.
Jeffrey
Epstein.
He named the list. Like he had the whole list. He posted it on his gram and
List
everything.
of what?
Of all the people that were taking flights to whatever island it was.
Epstein Island.
Epstein Island.
Right.
And a list of all the celebrities.
Right.
And the list is like crazy. Like,
Well,
but no, let me finish.
Right.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that the people on that list were indulging in whatever those people were indulging in.
Right.
Because there were business meetings taking place and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm saying that Akon was on the list. But that doesn't mean
there's a couple other, there's a couple other people on the list.
Where's this going?
That's why I said that, because Suge said what he said.
Right.
Okay, so that's where he got his classification from.
Probably.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's true though. Doesn't mean it's true. Shout out to
Well, no, Suge is talking about something he claims that he witnessed firsthand. Yeah,
Firsthand?
so, yeah.
Bro, what were you doing in the room when that was happening? Why didn't you leave?
Why don't you stop?
Stop it. Like,
say something.
Oh, dude.
No, I don't think he said he was in the room, but he was talking about an incident where he said he left and then I can't even remember the full story, but he was just talking about an incident that he said occurred, and when they came back, the girls were like, "This happened."
Let's say that that's
allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Hold on,
this is what Suge's story is. Akon is saying it's not true, and he's actually suing for defamation.
For defamation, which is where it's naturally going to go. Let's say that stuff is true. Back to Math's original point. That's the kind of shit that overshadows the good work that he does. The good things that he has done.
Right.
Shit like that. And if you're bringing that back up, if you're the one introducing that into the conversation, right? If you're introducing that into the ether that is the internet and online and all that good shit, if you're telling everybody, hey, your first thing back to say is not, that independent game, I mastered that. I can show you how to do it. Getting an artist out of jail, I can tell you exactly how to. I can show you where I went wrong with Death Row and what we could have actually made. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Instead, you say, "Hey, this dude's a pedophile.
Right.
This dude was beefing with this dude, bro. All right, well, we right back to the bullshit. Now we listening to the worst possible things from somebody who we believe knows, and that's how you're choosing to get attention. Whereas if you would take
Focus
this
on
route.
That. Let me ask y'all something though, but is it hard when people say things about you, you have a whole different side of the story and you want to respond to it, but it's not easy because sometimes you want to focus on the positive, but you also want to be like, let me address this because this isn't true.
Ask him.
Yeah.
My nigga.
I mean,
nigga.
It's a weird space when you get some sort of fame or a success. You start to see, they say money changes people, fame changes people, but it starts to change the people around you faster than it has an effect on you. Before you even realize, like, you'll be walking around thinking, I'm not that. People like, yo, you're not supposed to be over here. You know what I'm saying?
Scopa.
But it's real shit. And you start to see how like people's characters, like they change or they're willing to take actions of desperation just to get a little piece of it. And it can really fuck you up mentally because you start to live in a space where you don't know who to trust because this person seemed normal and then woke up one day and they were saying this. Then this person seemed normal and then they tried to do this shit. You know what I mean? So it really fucks you up. I can understand someone like Michael Jackson just building a wall around himself because it's like, yo, people come close to me, they start to get crazy ideas. You got the kids that they said that he touched confessing years later, our parents made us do that. You know what I mean? You listen to the songs this man made and the type of individual that he was, and if that interaction was actually like a genuine thing where, you know, I lost my childhood being in the industry, and, you know, having your kids around and seeing them play, that brings some sort of joy to me. And these people are standing there like, how can we get a couple million out of it?
Yeah, how do you navigate that though? I mean to cut you. How do you navigate that, bro? Because you successful. You want to come up, bro.
I think the best bet is to not give the energy to certain things. Now, it's hard because an untold lie can become the truth.
Yeah.
But no, Meg, you laugh, but I could really give energy to some of these situations, and it'll be some crazy shit.
I'm only laughing
because
I'm thinking about the times we've chill, math, chill. No,
but that's
sometimes
I do it, homie.
it's hard to know
But
what
that's
to
life.
respond to and what to talk about and not to, because sometimes I just feel like, even for me, like things happen and I know the truth behind something. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what I say. People believe what they want to believe anyway. Who am I trying to convince?
You say that all the time.
And that's exactly
right. And that's the thing. The people who want to believe it are going to believe it. And the people who don't, won't.
But
that's why I don't
here's the thing also too, what people don't see as far as viewers and consumers of the content is the background shit, right? The background shit of like, all I did was really say something, right? In response. Like that's happened a few times or whatever. It ain't really hurt you. It ain't hurt you at all, really. But when you see people face to face,
different energy.
Totally different.
Totally
different energy. It's not nothing that they were saying online. It ain't none of that shit.
Can I get a picture?
It ain't none of that shit. So it's like, yo, am I really? But the whole thing is, am I really giving? Am I really giving you that energy, man? When I see you, it's like, yo, what up, bro? That's just internet shit.
Which leads back to the original point. Why bother? Who cares? You don't even really mean
because
it, bro.
The unchecked lie becomes the truth.
And here's the thing, man. No. This is what happens.
Situation.
This is what happens that really throws you. When something becomes loud and then you're interacting with people and you know they saw it, but they're not saying nothing. And in your mind, you're like, do they believe that shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening? Do they because you're purposely not talking about it, but I don't know about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
My whole thing is I'm always like, wait till I write my book. That's how I look at it. Like, there's so many things that I was like, I'm gonna just wait.
All you niggas is getting coming down.
Right.
I got audio proof. I got I'm like, wait till, because I
had a
just
little audio page where you like press the button and
here's the interview I did that shows.
Right.
You know, so yeah, it's just hard sometimes because you do always want to defend yourself, but sometimes it just doesn't matter.
What's the worst thing you heard about yourself?
Oh my God, I remember so long ago, some person, and I met this person afterward and they apologized. They made a list. It was like a list. This is so long ago of people they said I slept with. Some of the people on the list I never even heard of. It was like NFL players. I think they had like women on the list. I've never been with a woman in my life. It was like a whole list. I'm like, they just literally made this up.
Right.
You know, and so, and then I ran into the person. He was like, I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. It was just a time in my life when I was like, all right.
Me bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, nigga.
Bullshit.
Throw him over.
I was like I was Googling people like, who is this? I was
Throw this nigga off the roof right now.
Who is this person I slept with? I never even met this person.
And you were looking them up like, did I?
Yeah. Not even did I? I was like, I don't even know this name. I was like, who is this? It was crazy, but it was crazy because, you know, if you Google yourself, certain things might come up and you're like, damn, that's just not even true. But I just had to learn to like not care. And really when something's not true, I really don't care about it. Like,
well, how do you navigate when you are dealing with someone who's successful, but you're like creeping on the low?
What do you mean? Like,
okay, you're famous. I'm famous. Nobody knows about this shit. How do you navigate?
I like regular people. And I'm the type of person, like, I go out. If you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. Like, I don't really post stuff. Like, I'm not going to be like, me and Bae. Like, I don't do that. But if you see me, it's no big deal. Right. So I don't feel like I creep. I just don't post it. And so people might look at that as creeping, but I just don't put it out there.
There's a difference.
I don't like hide
privacy and secrets.
Right.
Yeah.
Even somebody a secret, that's one thing.
You know, I've dealt with some people who are in television, and you know, you just keep it low.
Right.
Like,
but y'all still will go to the same places. Like you still gonna go to
like I probably just said too much.
The phone gonna ring after this.
Your phone gonna ring after this.
Let's do a shot, man.
Your phone gonna ring after this.
Cheers.
Drink champs. Hey, the interview's getting boring. Let's toast.
Oh my God.
But you'll still go to places. You'll still go to Tatiana's. You still gonna go out. You're not. You know, if they see you, they see you.
Right, but I like the low key spots because I don't like that.
Yeah, you said some shit I never heard of. Peak.
The peak.
That's not low key.
What's that? I don't know that.
That shit changed my life. He
Right.
brought me up there. What?
You know, on the west side, they got that building with the ledge, with the glass floor, and you can
Around
walk across
34th
it.
Street.
Oh, it has yards.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay,
There's
okay,
a restaurant
okay.
up there.
Okay,
All the way
okay.
at the top.
Yeah.
All right, so if
All
you
the way
see
at the top.
that,
It's not even a
you know
rooftop.
what it is.
It's not a rooftop, but they have a ledge.
It's almost like
You gotta-
Empire
you
State
gotta-
Building, being at the top.
You
of
gotta
Empire State
reserve
Building.
the window seat.
See,
so,
okay.
You gotta call ahead and reserve it.
That
Like
shit
to
is
reserve
different.
the window seat.
That should make you think you take over the world. You go up there and
Facts.
look down at the city.
But you're not gonna not go out because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really super.
There was a time in my life where I was like, yo, just come to the fucking crib. Just come to the crib. Everybody just come to the crib. I'm not going out.
Everybody.
Everybody just come
You
to the
never
crib.
had nobody show up to like pop up on you,
What you mean, like?
like you with somebody, but someone else pops up. Like you ain't answering the
Yeah,
phone.
that's not a problem for me.
You telling her to come
It's
in.
not a problem.
They come in.
Shut the door, bitch. It's not, you know what I mean? I don't, I'm not the,
Jump on this
oh,
water
I
bed.
forgot to tell you about. No,
Get on the top
that's not
bunk. Come
me.
on. Get on the top bunk.
Make sure your feet don't stink.
I'm more the,
Make sure your feet don't stink.
I'm
Get on
more
the
the,
top bump.
oh yeah, you remember Shorty I was talking to you about? Yeah, this is her right here. Yeah. She said she liked light skin shit.
Oh, you know what I want to ask y'all? As men in this room, just because, so I just recently executive produced this project, My True Scam Stories on VH1, right? 2 parts. My fans.
Wait. Hold on. You said your true scam
My true
stories?
scam story.
Yes.
So my friend Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, she got scammed by a guy. He took her Range Rover and $40,000 from her and
Was it a
scammed her.
coworker? Was it a coworker?
No, it was not.
Oh, were you sure?
It was a guy she was dating.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Look
from,
like me. That
and
was
so
fucked
anyway, he scammed a lot of people.
Nigga
it
look like
turns
me,
out.
bro. That was
Forehead, brown skin.
forehead, light skinned nigga, bro.
Yeah.
He do look like
Crazy.
you, yeah. Wait a
That's
minute.
fucked
No.
up.
No.
But she gonna talk about
He
women getting
he scammed
scammed.
her? How?
But have you guys ever? Well, you know, she thought she was dating him, and then they broke up. And basically, she was going out of town. She was getting construction done on her house in Atlanta. He was like, "I'll hold your car for you in my garage," because she didn't have a garage at the time because they were doing construction. Never gave her car back. Basically, it was a Range Rover. And I want to ask you guys, have y'all ever gotten scammed? Because I feel like at some point everybody's gotten scammed.
Men's scams are not that. The scams women run on men are not that complicated. It's more along the lines of, you know, take me out to eat, I'm gonna give you some, and then they never give you them.
Yeah.
Like,
Or you got to drop the deposit before I show up. And
yeah.
Hit my
Yeah,
cash
I
out,
know,
shit
yeah.
like that.
Wait, what?
You look
My
nothing
cash
like
app.
bitches.
Shit like that.
Oh yeah, we Catfish. That's our main scam.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
okay.
take
Yeah.
them neck up pictures.
From here.
Oh yeah. In that case, I
Also a
got
whole nother
scammed
person.
for like 2 years.
That's a dead giveaway though.
I had a catfish die and come back to life. I think I'm playing. Her name was Sasha. Her name was Sasha. Sasha died and came back to life. Her name was Sasha.
How she
son.
died? How she
Her name
died?
was Lazarus.
All right, so
Jonah the
so
Ark.
this MySpace days though, like it's like you know what I
07,
mean?
06.
Bad pictures, Photoshop, all fucked up, fuzzy, and all that shit. This Indian chick, she was bad. She was nurse, Baltimore, whatever. Got on the phone, was talking to her, you know, learning her story. She used to live in New York. She had a drug dealer boyfriend. He got killed, so she moved out of Baltimore and started doing nursing.
All makes
Sounds
sense.
reasonable.
Yeah, every now and then I
tracks.
get on the phone,
Good hood
sister be on
novel.
the phone. and that. The only problem was they sounded like big bitches on the phone. Like, I can hear the breathing. And I'm like,
Dream filthy.
so your picture don't, you know what I mean?
Don't match the voice.
This is before FaceTime. So
you know how it go. Eventually you like, yo, what's up? Come to New York. I'll pay for the ticket. And then you get enough excuses and you like, it's some bullshit. So I stopped speaking to her. So she was calling my phone, texting me, I need to speak to you. I'm like, this fat bitch, fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
You ain't asked for a full body picture?
Huh?
Full body picture.
Bro, I don't know I don't know whose friend she was, but they had everything.
Yeah.
They had everything. So I'm everything, nigga, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm not speaking to her. And her sister calls me one day and she's like, yo, you know who this is? I'm like, yeah, what's up? She's like, yo, Sasha committed suicide.
Because of you.
She out of line.
And I was like, oh.
Because of you.
So I'm in interviews like, rest in peace, Sasha. You know, we need to do more for mental health and da-da-da. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad. Like a year goes by. I move on with my life. You know what I'm saying? I stop mourning and all that shit. I move on with my life. I get the phone call. So he's like, yo, this Sasha's sister, you remember me? I'm like, yeah. She's like, yo, somebody want to talk to you.
It's Sasha.
And I'm like,
she was like, I dream filthy.
I dream filthy.
Bro, she got on the phone. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Nah, you dead. How you on the phone right now? She's like, no, I had to go into protective custody. The guys that killed my boyfriend, well, you know, witness protection. I had to go to witness protection. The guys that killed my boyfriend, they came looking for me because I witnessed the crime. And I was like, hey, send me a pussy pic. So she sends me this picture. For some reason, like, there'll be clear pictures, and then the pictures that I specifically asked for are fuzzy. This is when Photoshop was just starting to get itself together. So I'm looking at, like, she wrote something on her body. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at another picture. I'm like,
psychoanalyzing.
Oh, this Photoshop. These some ill bitches. So I said, all right, I'm gonna play along with this. So a couple days later, my crib got robbed. I'm like, yo, I need like 2 rags. He took everything. I don't know what I can do. What can you do? I don't know. I'm like, you get on the bus, come up here. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? She's like, why are you talking to me like that? And I'm like, I'm just saying, can you do it? So her sister calls me later. Sister's like, yo, why you talking to my sister like that? I'm like, the jig is up, fat bitches. I know what the fuck is going on. I know what's going on. Yo, but why they started popping shit like, yeah, we done got mad niggas, NBA players, they was running out of the list. I'm like, oh, we just gonna get you too, nigga. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that's just crazy. It's crazy out here.
They almost got you.
Yeah. They wouldn't have got me though. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, red flag if she got 20 pics and 18 of her pictures is face shots, you know she fat.
From the titties up.
Yeah, titties up. Yeah.
If all your pictures is titties up, you're a catfish.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I go into suspicion. If I FaceTime you and you text me back and you don't pick up, automatically suspicious.
Well, sometimes people don't like to FaceTime like that. You know, we got to be ready for our FaceTime.
Listen, all right.
That's because they got them blue.
You can't even say that and keep a straight face. You start laughing the second you said it.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I don't like people just FaceTime me out the blue. I need like a.
Well, no, that's different.
Yeah,
but if we done seen each other naked, the FaceTime shouldn't be no problem.
Sometimes I be outside. I'm not trying to pick up the FaceTime. It's on speaker. You know. Yeah.
Don't help her. Don't do that. Don't help.
You be at home in your pajamas. It be period day. You got your whack pajamas on. You don't want to FaceTime.
I ain't ask you to put the camera down.
Like, look at what I'm wearing.
I need like 5 minutes. I need a 5 minute. Like, hey, I'm about to FaceTime you. I need 5 minutes.
Oh, Lord Jesus. You can
I got
pick
my
up
bonnet,
and
I got
just be
my
like,
bonnet
yo.
on. You know, I don't.
And that's why scamming men is a lot less complicated.
See?
Way less complicated.
You don't wear a bonnet, Mecca?
No.
What about your hair?
A bonnet. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, you gotta protect your hair too.
A bonnet though?
What do you do to take care
What
of
do you
yours?
do?
It looks good.
You got a Bob Marley hat somewhere with the bag in the back? Like,
Now, actually, what I have is a silk sleeve. I put my hair through it.
a silk sleeve.
Yeah, it helps wear it at night.
Like a hair condom.
So you're not FaceTiming with your silk sleeve on,
Yes,
right?
I am.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Oh, let me take the silk sleeve off.
I'm not on your side here. Like, none of that shit's working. And I actually grew this out of my head, so I can fuck it up.
Yeah, but it's different for men. We can just answer the phone like,
What up? Come through. Yeah.
Women, y'all are like, yo, I'm on my last pound of makeup.
Now, why is that?
Why is what?
Why is that?
I mean, sometimes, like, you just be looking crazy. You're like, hold on, let me at least fix my eyebrows, comb them.
Because
you got your lashes.
Put my lashes on.
I got my lashes. I don't mind not having makeup on, but I at least feel like, sometimes I be looking crazy.
Because men fall in love with what they see. Women fall in love with what they hear.
Yo, do any of you women know the origin of eyelashes?
I do. Oh, I do.
Any of y'all?
What?
Cumbrellas.
Eyelashes?
Call them cumbrellas.
Anybody know?
I like eyelashes.
Cumbrellas, what?
Eyelashes was made for prostitutes so that stuff wouldn't get in their eye.
It was developed by a
that?
French
Fuck outta here.
prostitute in the 1800s.
I don't know that prevents
so it block cum.
Yes, that's
They
what
they were originally called cumbrellas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me look up this urban myth.
It's an urban.
Nah, it is.
I don't think that's true.
It is a myth.
Because that doesn't stop anything.
He said it is a myth.
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's not true. Because it is a medical fact that men have longer eyelashes than women.
Yeah, that's true too.
So y'all trying to be more masculine when y'all put them on?
No, it's just a medical fact. And you know how you look at a guy, you be like, why did God give you them lashes?
Yeah, like me. My sisters.
Yeah.
My
You
sisters.
see, somebody said that to you, right? Yeah.
You know the problem?
Yeah.
No
I got
man has
some-
ever thrown a woman out of bed because of eyelashes. That's
Yeah,
literally
facts.
for y'all shit.
Yeah,
we don't give a fuck about that.
The feet, but
And we think
not
it's
eyelashes.
silly that you guys pay that much
Yeah, the
attention
feet gotta
to
be
it.
right.
No.
Listen.
Eyebrows though.
Lashes. I ain't say
Listen,
eyebrows.
man.
I said
Eyebrows,
lashes.
So I met you. You was a beautiful young lady. I don't want to wake up next to RoboCop. That shit is crazy.
I think it's
Pencil
nice.
shit is out of this world.
Makeup
bro.
is like an accessory for going out, but if you could still look good, I think it's nice when, you still look good without makeup on, but with makeup on, it's a different type of look. It's a different
It's
feel.
cool, but y'all will scream like, keep it real. And the first thing we see is not exactly
Facts.
real. And I've seen some of these makeup tutorials y'all are transformers, contouring your nose. Your nose ain't that small.
But y'all
The
do
way
do
you
it.
draw
Y'all
on
do
it
the
is like-
Beijing.
So what you think
Y'all
about
be
men
going to
wearing makeup?
Turkey
'Cause
and
some
getting
men
the
do wear
hair
makeup.
transplant.
Say it
Some
again?
men do wear
Men
makeup.
wear makeup.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I don't think about that. I don't think about that.
Niggas that get their eyebrows done and all that shit.
I don't think
I
about
think-
that.
I think
However, there's a market for them too. There are women who are going to look at them and be like, oh, I want him. Most men do 90% of the shit that they do because a woman is cool with it or it attracts a woman or they believe it will attract a woman. Most men are doing almost everything they do because it gets the attention of a woman. Some of us don't give a fuck, but most dudes are doing that. So when you see a dude doing whatever it is he's doing, just remember, somehow, some way, that shit worked. It worked. He either saw it work or it works for him specifically. The kind of woman that he wants is attracted to the bullshit you see him doing, and you look at him and go, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
That's why the streets is
Meanwhile,
fucked up.
meanwhile, he's looking at you like, yeah, all right, cool. His phone, his
That's why shit's
DMs is
fucked
on
up.
fire with the chicks that he wants.
And that's why they could make lists that you was reciting earlier. That's why they could make
'cause that
lists
shit
like
works,
that. Because the
because
guys
there's-
like that.
There's a bunch of dudes who gonna look at that list and go, okay, can't do that, and start catering.
But how many, we're in a barbershop, how many of y'all have done Beijing before?
What's that?
What?
What the hell is that?
That's the, when you
It's
dye.
I did that before.
Beijing.
Yeah.
That sound like getting your ass
That's
ate.
like that's like if you got braids. Yeah, like you got braids and all that.
No, but here's
You
the
want some
thing.
of Beijing?
Oh, it's two
I don't
ways.
know Beijing.
It's two ways. It's two ways. It's two ways. Okay, with the Beijing thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You take this very seriously.
2
man.
ways.
I forgot.
All right,
take your hat off, man. Come on, man.
No. I'm letting y'all know.
Take your hat off.
It is like 2 ways. There's the people.
Let's discuss.
There's the people who color their beard,
Right.
and then there's the people who color on a beard. Like the Spanish guys, you see, go to Washington Heights. You see them crispy, oh shit, that's just crazy.
That's painted on.
Right, you know what I mean? If you was to slap one of them niggas, you'd be like, oh, it's all skin. What the fuck? Oh, no hair there.
If it rain or some shit.
Yeah, nah, that shit is
Like
not
the Rudy
cool.
Giuliani shit when he
You
started
know,
playing
man.
Like ice.
He used to wear all that shit, man. You know that, man. You used to see that shit. You know
That's why you don't want to get shaped up out there.
Sit right next to
That's
you.
why Mecca don't want to get shaped up. That's why every time you ask Mecca, yo, get shaped up, get your shit. Yo. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, nah.
That's crazy. Nah, I don't want no Beijing. I don't want no
I was
Beijing.
just saying men do things too.
Like, if you using that shit and you coming outside looking like your kids was drawing on your face, stop.
He was in jail using that.
I don't understand why people think that white outline shit look cool. Like he shaped my shit up earlier. Pause, if that's a pause.
Yeah.
That was wild.
It had the white line. I was like, what the fuck is this, man?
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
I didn't know, but it came right off.
Yeah, what is
It
it?
don't look right, bro. The white line.
It's just like an outline
We
to.
wasn't doing that growing up. We wasn't getting our shit edged up with a white line around
It's
it.
like a grown man tan line.
Yeah.
That shit don't work for me.
Y'all
All
be
you
so
gonna need is
mad
one
about
woman.
your barbers, boy. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, oh yeah.
Y'all be so
Oh
mad
yeah.
about your hairdresser.
Or your nail tech, or your lash tech, or the girl who does your feed, or the girl who, come on, you stop. Whatever we complain about, y'all got the market cornered on that
I need
shit,
to know,
and
though.
Ben had it on Smash for decades.
Like, how vulnerable do you feel in that moment when you first reveal yourself? No makeup. Like, do you feel like like you know when people got prosthetic limbs? and you know they've been dating for a while. They're like, yo, I got this prosthetic limb. I don't want to. And they pull up the sleeve and you see the like. How do y'all feel? It's like
I feel
coming
like,
out of a cave.
well, first of all, I have makeup on like for work and stuff, but when I'm not working on the weekends, I don't wear makeup. So if it's a day that I don't have to work or do anything, I could just be okay without it.
But have you ever been nervous, like, oh, I don't know if he wants to see the real me?
No, I feel like makeup makes you look better, but I don't feel like without makeup, I look like a completely different person.
Not you, but
Angela,
maybe some of your friends.
You don't date women.
What?
You don't date women.
Right.
Yeah, I don't feel like I look like it. Because no matter what, if I'm with somebody, I'm not going to bed with makeup on.
Right.
So if I'm dating you, my makeup is coming off. You're going to see it regardless.
Well, I'm here to tell you, real men, we don't give a fuck.
We
At
don't.
all.
Yeah.
Like right now, your eyebrows they're not
I love
even.
these.
It's not even. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I want to do microblading so
cares.
bad. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
What?
So that your eyebrows.
That's when
you
they
like
do that,
it, right?
with the
It's like
with
a tattoo for your eyebrows.
As long as you don't
It's
look
a
like
tattoo.
Johnny
No, I
Vegas,
got
you
it wrong. I thought it was the thing with the two threads.
Needling. That's
Yeah,
called
yeah,
needling.
but then when you have a kid with them and the kid come out looking like Bert from fucking Sesame Street, you're like, where did this come from? How did we get these jeans?
But I do like the periods of time when I'm not working and I don't have makeup on. Like, I hate if I'm on camera and I don't have makeup on. I do like to have makeup on if I'm on camera. But if I'm like in the airport, if I'm doing things, I'm okay.
Can you start something called the no makeup month?
No. Because people be lying.
Shit.
She said no. She
said
said
now.
I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that.
Just
shit.
a no. Just for the
Because
sake
I
of.
don't ever want people to feel like, there's anything wrong with wearing makeup. There's nothing wrong with
There's
it.
nothing wrong, but there is something wrong when it comes to when it gets to the point where you find out like some of these products are giving or are affecting your health.
Well, you do have to be conscious of what you're using.
Right.
And so make sure that you use products that that don't have
Yeah, there's women getting eye tumors from the glue.
Yeah.
Like,
Same thing with the nails, the gel.
And you can't use
gel
the
that they
weed glue.
put on
And
your
yeah, the
shit?
UV, you got to make sure, because that's why I use dip powder, so you don't have to use a gel.
Oh shit!
You dip it in the powder, SNS powder gel.
Sound like cocaine.
See, that's another thing I was going to
Got it.
say. Sometimes we learn things from women as far as our hygiene and how we cosmetically put ourselves together.
And
Like,
I think
we wasn't doing our nails and shit on our own. Women taught us that we need to do
Yeah,
our
you come right with us.
Women taught us that we need to do our.
And also knowing that you don't have to use the same soap
Not when I
you
was
use on
young.
your body on your
I mean,
face.
yeah, I know I had to keep my nails clean, but not a manicure and a pedicure. A woman taught me that.
And not using the same soap or the same lotion on your face that you use.
Wait, y'all go. Wait, time out. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Y'all gonna attack me, nigga. First of all, y'all gonna tell me that it wasn't a woman that taught you that you needed to have a manicure and a pedicure in order to attract a woman?
Manicure.
Okay, your pops did. That's one of.
Yeah, you take care of yourself.
Yeah, nails mean a lot. Like women do
teach us
not
mad
like
shit.
dirty fingernails. Period. It's disgusting.
There's a difference.
Waxing the ears.
Yeah, there's a difference between
hairs coming out your nose.
maintenance, hygiene, et cetera, and then I think every guy knows when you've gone a couple steps past what you're comfortable with, acceptable, blah 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 blah. But most of the things that, first of all, maybe you can explain to me how you ladies are coming up with not just the list of where we can't take you on a first date, but all of these things that are suddenly not masculine. Like a man having a birthday party, he's sassy.
I never heard that. I never heard that.
If a man has like a mixed drink, that shit is. That
don't
shit
want
is
niggas to
I drink pina coladas. I don't give a fuck about
I never
that.
heard
Can't
that.
have nothing.
I drink
I
pina
margaritas
coladas. I
and
like
shit. I never heard
a
that.
man celebrating his birthday.
Nigga, what are you looking at? I never heard these
I heard
things.
mixed drinks. I heard that.
Yeah,
Like
I never
feminine, I
heard that.
I heard that. Mixed drinks, yeah.
Yeah,
And listen, and that list of where you can't take, I already told you, I don't agree with that list.
What
So,
list?
and I'm okay with coupons. I'm okay with it.
Now, I personally don't care. I just think it's like super weird that we create all these parameters around what we can and can't do with each other as men and women.
And it don't make no sense.
And not to mention the fact that if we got a hard enough time getting together and being together and staying together, you keep making all these extra rules about what's acceptable and what's not. Not to mention the fact that women have created an environment where men really don't trust y'all with our truth. We can't tell you the shit that we actually are comfortable with.
Y'all talk too much.
Really dig. Y'all throw that shit back in our faces, something great. You tell us you want us to communicate, we start talking, and then you.
Well, that's why your uncle touched you when you was a little kid, nigga.
That's why I ate your butt last night.
I feel like in general, I feel like
nigga.
more women are very
Like the shit they be
nurturing than
saying.
not. I feel like there's more women who are very nurturing and accepting of
That's
that
not true.
than not.
That's
I feel
not
like
true.
that.
That's not. No, you're speaking.
Unless I don't know who you're dating.
No, you're speaking for yourself. I'm good. I'm speaking for the collective. I hear this shit all the time from my homeboys. They're like,
Chicks is toxic.
I can't even tell her.
But I also
that
feel like the
blah,
kind
blah,
of women that men like are the women that feel like that. Like y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? There's
That's
plenty
a
of
great
women.
way to not take accountability. That's not taking accountability.
No.
It's all of a sudden it's our fault that
I
y'all are
think
like
there's
that.
plenty of
You don't
women
like that.
that are not like that. Just like I can say there's plenty of men that don't fit that man ain't shit type of role. I think there's plenty of men that don't fit that. But I also feel like it's the type of women that certain people are attracted to. Like if you want the lit girls who are, doing certain things and outside and making those lists and agreeing with them, that's what you get. But there's plenty of women who are like, I just want a good man who treats me well, who I can, do certain things with, who I can have a surprise party for. Like there's plenty of women who are like, I just want a good man. And like y'all said earlier in the beginning, you feel like that we're outnumbered.
No, we know we're outnumbered.
Oh, well, the women are outnumbering the men, so we don't have a lot of options. So I do feel like women I think it's just what y'all like. You guys like the women.
We're covering aesthetics, but the conversation started off on a character flaw. I'm talking about an overall character flaw. It's popular to judge men and throw it in their face, and it's completely acceptable. All the things that I hear you ladies beef about, you freely do to men, and it just cracks me up. I don't care.
Like, what do we beef about? You said.
Let's talk body shaming.
Okay.
Let's talk body shaming, right? A man has no control over how tall he is. But you couldn't even hear that without laughing.
No, just.
You couldn't even hear that without laughing.
I mean.
But if I get on a woman about her weight, let me say anything about maybe she's too big for me. I'm body shaming and they will come for my
Cancel
head.
you.
Right. It's a wrap.
Cancel this nigga.
That's not cap, baby.
You
think that's cap?
That's not cap. That's not cap. That's not cap.
Right here. You were speaking
And that's
not
that's just one example.
Okay, so height.
Sure. Dick size.
Okay.
First thing you hear from a woman when you break
had
up
that
with her,
problem.
right? His dick is. It don't gotta be true. It
don't gotta be
It
true.
gotta be true.
Yeah.
I watched the bitch lie ass off in
Listen.
an interview.
There are plenty of
I was
little
like,
dick
this-
niggas with
this
women
wrong
fighting
shit.
over them right now.
Fucking wrong.
And let that
Ready to
There are
post
plenty
ready
of
to post
little
the pic
dick
right
cheating
there.
ass.
Yo,
I be so say one thing
yo, I
wrong.
swear to God.
This nigga go
Listen,
Ready to go like this.
no.
Fuck you talking about? Load it up.
Listen,
Load it up.
I was on Twitter like, I know there's mad at y'all that got videos on me. Let them shits fly. Let them fly. Let them know what it is. Shit crazy, man. That's wild.
There's women who prefer small dicks.
Sure.
Oh, you want
I've never heard of that.
Sure.
No.
Sure.
I don't.
Until you argue with him, then all of a sudden, you little dick motherfucker. And not only are you arguing with him, you gonna tell everybody,
The
like
whole group chat.
you can't fuck you this shit. Now let me say something about
You got a big vagina.
Her pussy stank.
She got a
Should've
big
smelled
vagina.
like
I didn't even have to say it. I didn't even have to say it. All the categories came flying out.
But you can't. We can't bring ourselves to that level.
I'm not.
As men, we have to be the leaders.
I agree.
We have to kind of set the standard of this is where the respect line stays, and we will not dip to the depths of where the women dwell. We will stay on this level.
I want to say, for the record, I have never told a guy he had a little dick. I've never tried to demean anybody for anything physical about themselves. I've never done that. So never in my life, I swear.
I know you've seen it.
Okay, but that don't mean I.
partake.
And
Did you
listen, we can't help what we think.
Did you co-sign?
Did I co-sign what?
When you saw that written down somewhere, and somebody cracked a joke on somebody's body, and it
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Because I'm very empathetic, and I know it's not easy, you know, guys.
We can't even have the conversation without laughing.
You said, I know it's not easy.
It's not easy.
I'm
It's
empathetic.
not easy.
You know.
I just wish we could get some of that stuff out the paint.
No, guys with small penises are very nice.
Thank you. Say it again.
Yo, just stop.
No laughing.
I don't want you to think that they're the only nice ones.
No, they're nice. They have to be.
The guys but understand.
I'm kidding.
The guys with an extra arm, they gotta be nice too, because I'm pretty sure most of y'all don't enjoy that shit. Like,
Be a lot of complaints afterwards. Why you do me like that?
if you love me,
Hey,
you give
sign
birth
up.
for like the next 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
You signed up.
Don't cry now.
This is what's happening. What you want me to do? Half step? Like, this is it.
I want to congratulate you though on
Thank you.
getting your real estate license.
Yes.
thank you
Shout
so
out.
much.
Shout out to that.
And producing your first production,
True
first
credit,
big
true,
production.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
It was
been
dope too. What made you
yeah.
get your real estate license?
So I've done a few different real estate deals, and I just during the pandemic is when I first decided I wanted to take the courses because I just wanted to be super educated on real estate if I'm buying things. And so I have 3 properties in Brooklyn, 1 upstate New York, 1 in Miami, 1 in Detroit, 2 in Detroit, a 30-unit building and a house.
Envious.
Wait, a 30-unit building?
Yes, that's the
She got a
biggest.
building, fuck a house.
You went right past. You went right past the joke. You
That's
shot
ill.
went right past the joke.
Good.
That was unnecessary.
I'm
That was unnecessary.
So, I just felt like if I'm doing this, and I also just like real estate. And so I enjoy, like, one of my really good friends, Sarah, she's my realtor. She got me a lot of the properties that I have. We did 4 different projects together. I just thought it would make sense for me to get my real estate license after I took the courses. I was like, why not? Pass the test on my first time.
First time.
Yes.
Wow.
This was very exciting. I studied hard.
That's dope.
And so, next week I am taking my headshots and everything, and I'll be on the team at Sirhan.
Dope.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Do you think you're gonna run into any type of difficulty?
I think that I always go really hard when I decide to do something. And the one thing that I will say made the test easy is because of the work that I've done already. Like I already have 2 condos. I already have done mortgages on different properties. I have a multi-unit building now. I've learned a lot. And so I also feel like people will, because I'm from Brooklyn, I still live there, will want to list their properties with me because they're familiar with me and they'll know the marketing that I'll bring to the table.
Right.
And so it's exciting for me just to do something new that I enjoy.
You don't think that
What are you asking, Math?
I'm just saying.
You'll be conscious of who you bring on board.
No, not just like whoever your employees are, I'm sure you're gonna do like a triple, quadruple.
And that's not just me,
check.
that's Sirhan. And so I'm joining a team that's already like existing.
Yeah, anybody been to jail before?
No.
Trusting team.
Would you hire someone that's been to jail for fraud?
Well, I don't know that that's
Very
up to
specific
me.
charge,
Yeah,
right.
because that's something that when it comes to getting your license and being able to even exist in that space, that's not on me.
Right.
And so if there's things that have happened in your past that you have to like work through, that's not necessarily my call.
Wait, those are things that can affect you even getting a license.
Yeah, you can't even, like even to get a license, the brokerage would, I'm not a broker, I'm a real estate salesperson. The broker is above you. And so I can't hire anybody, it would be the brokerage.
Okay. Do you think light-skinned niggas are shady?
What the fuck, man? What the fuck, bro?
I'm just asking the question.
Hey, sit this out. Back away.
I'm light-skinned, man.
You're not that light.
I'm light. In the winter, I'm very light.
There's people lighter than you.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes,
say no more.
no.
Continue.
I think all of y'all.
All of us.
Yes,
Does it matter the color?
I don't think it matters. You all have potential to be shady. So
See, now we were sitting this out.
All right, we're joking and stuff.
you all have potential.
Thank you, Angela.
What the fuck? Hey,
Thank you.
So there was a rumor. Can I talk about this? Yes or no? You can shut it down.
A rumor about what?
A rumor that you left the Breakfast Club because Caesar got you for like $500,000.
No, that definitely did not happen.
You should.
1,000%. We've never done no business together, period. And so I saw that too. I saw that went viral. I left the Breakfast Club because I got my own show. And so for me...
You didn't like being with the guys no more?
I think anybody would want to branch off and have like a show with their name on it. So if any one of us would have had that opportunity, I would understand branching off to do it. And so to be able to have my own syndicated show and not have to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning anymore, now I wake up at 7. It's like a whole quality of life change for me. And so I'm just really excited to be in that. There was no way I would be like, no, I don't want my own show. Like, I don't think anybody would say, no, I don't want it. And so, I was excited. And when I met with Thea, my boss, she wanted to tell me in person because I've been asking for the show for years. I was like, I want my own show. I thought it would be at night. And so when she came to me and said, actually, we're giving you nationally syndicated, I'm on in 44 markets, Monday through Friday from 10 to 2. Wow. And so that's a huge...
Oh, man. Black girl magic. Come on, man. Black girl, man.
That's a huge situation for me to be in. And it's not easy. There's people in different markets that may not necessarily have wanted to welcome that. There's people that have been really supportive, and I can tell, by the work that gets put in when people are supportive and when people aren't. It's not an easy situation, but it's a great one to be in. And so for me, I love a challenge. I like the fact that I was on the Breakfast Club for 12 years. Wow. And even when I first went there, I came from having my own show for like 5 years. Right. To knowing that at some point I would go back to having my own show. I always knew I would. And so I'm just grateful that it finally happened. And so no, it had nothing to do with a quote real estate deal gone bad. That I promise you never ever happened, because if it did, I would talk about it.
Okay.
You hear
about it. Okay.
Wait, hold on. I got a question real quick. Good. Well, it's about the intro to her morning show. I don't understand why there's a Southern artist.
Oh, Plies?
Yeah, why Plies is doing your
I am
intro
on
for your morning
it.
show.
Is nationally syndicated. So I am on in Orlando. I'm on in Tampa. I just like the song. It was lit.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Right. Okay.
And he don't do a lot of stuff. And so honestly, when I first announced that I was having my own show, he sent that to me as a gift. Like, you know, happy birthday. I did this song. And he didn't say use it as your intro, but I was like, this is perfect. And they actually had like kind of chopped it up a little bit at first, but I was like, no, let's play this song. It's actually a full song, but I just play a piece of it. But I just thought it was dope. And like, if everybody knows me, you know, me and him are good friends. And I think he's hilarious, like an amazing person. And I think it's great that he did that, you know, just to be like, I celebrate you.
So, when's your birthday?
January 3rd.
January 3rd?
Oh,
we got the studio, my nigga.
What?
BDS is up. I'm just saying. Word. Just saying. Yeah. You know what I mean? How was it? 12 years on the Breakfast Club. What were your best and worst moments?
The best moments, so many. I mean, honestly, like getting into the Radio Hall of Fame, that was something I didn't anticipate. And that happened during the pandemic. So that was a big deal. Even things like being in the Source, hey, Mac, and just being on that list, you know, of the top personalities and being number one on that list. Things like that are a huge deal.
The Power 30.
Yeah, the Power 30 list. Yes, thank you.
Reading that in jail. I remember seeing it in the Source.
We were on the cover.
You're both welcome.
You know, for us to be on the cover, we were on the cover of that issue. That was huge for me. And so, you know, those are moments I could never, ever take away from. Just even getting on Revolt and having that opportunity and having our show every single day on Revolt. Just seeing how our show grew from the very beginning. The Ray J moments, you know, where he first called in and it was very controversial, but that really helped solidify our show.
Right.
Ray J moment.
Indoor pool, outdoor pool, you know.
I let him drop my
He
top.
actually inducted us into the Radio Hall of Fame. That's how important that moment was. Yes, he did. Just because our show at first was not, it takes a while for things to catch on.
Right.
And so even having a nationally syndicated, well, our show wasn't nationally syndicated. That was a big deal for us too. You know, when we first found out, we got syndicated on the weekends first, and then we got syndicated daily. And that was a huge deal. Milwaukee was our first market. And I remember how huge that was for us. And so, you know, those are some great moments. And then, you know, clearly we had some times that weren't that great.
Right.
You know, and so.
Was you scared when Birdman came in the studio?
I was just confused because, to be honest, like when Birdman came up there, he and I had spoken several times. I was managing J Electronica. And so he wanted to sign J Electronica. And so we had spoken. So I was like, we know each other. Why? I'd never said nothing sideways about him, you know, so, and he wanted to come on the show. Right. And so I think we felt the energy when he was in the waiting area. I don't think that was necessarily about me or envy, but he had some issues with things that were said on the show. And so he said that he just got angrier than he thought he would when it started. And I know everybody has made amends since then. Right. But I don't know that I was scared more than like surprised, like what just happened? Right. I didn't think we were in danger.
Did you feel like you were a hostage to Charlamagne's antics sometimes?
I feel like when you're on a show with people, if one person says it, people look at it like all of you said it. Even if you don't agree. And I'm sure like anybody that's on a show that has a cast will feel like what one person does affects everybody.
Right. But being in media, sometimes you're sitting there and some shit gets said and you're like, oh, shit.
And you can say I don't agree, but people don't hear that.
But technically, are you supposed to say that you don't agree, or are you supposed to sit back and see how it plays out?
If you don't agree, you should not agree. Like, that's just what it is. I think that's the point. If we all agree, right, that's not interesting. And that's not people being individuals. And I think even for me, in the position that I am, a lot of times I might have a different point of view. Right. And that's happened throughout the show. And people have attacked me for it. Oh, she's whack. She disagrees with them. She's a party pooper. And she's not.
Really?
All the time.
Who tells you that?
All the, like on social media, people would say that. Section. Yeah, they'll definitely say that. Oh,
you sure it's not your co-workers just...
I don't know who it is.
Streaming farms and shit.
You know, so that part does make it hard. That's why it is nice to be able to be like, I'm doing what I want to do. And I can, when your name is on something, I think it's easier to take responsibility for what's said because it is your name on it. Right. Because you can also be like, you know, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. Or I don't agree with that. I could shut it down. But when it's a collective, you don't have as much say. And so sometimes you do end up, and that goes for all of us, like taking the responsibility for what someone else said.
Right. So things get messy sometimes.
Yeah, there definitely have been people who have approached me and had an issue, and I'm like, I'm not the one who said that. I don't even agree with that. So, you know, that has happened.
What about the Gucci Mane situation?
I mean, listen, he said me and Melissa Ford interviewed him and such happened. Melissa's like, I never met him. That never happened. You know, so to me, it was like, I don't know what his purpose was in that. I've heard different reasons for why he may have done that, but you know, it is what it is. Like, he did what he did, and I thought it was super disrespectful. It wasn't true. But if people, and that's another thing, like when we talk about, I could say, you know, the whole explanation of everything, and it doesn't matter. People will think what they want to think. They'll be like, why is she explaining this? Oh,
nah, I ain't gonna front. I was sitting there like, nah, she did that shit. I don't know why. I don't know
yeah,
why.
but like I said, I'm glad he didn't say, you know, I hit him up or that something happened. I'd rather he say it didn't, and at least that happened. But he said me and Melissa interviewed him. Melissa's like, I've never met this man in my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the facts are that didn't happen, but you believe this happened, even though.
Well, the first initial interview with y'all was kind of raunchy. It was.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's only a little clip
that's going everywhere.
You know,
what was in the whole thing?
You know, read the book. But my whole point is like that whole show when I used to be on Sirius, my whole thing was, listen, you know, we get raunchy because it gets great content.
Right.
And so it wasn't never like, I don't know you outside of here. We didn't hang out outside of here. We didn't spend time together. I didn't have your number. You didn't have my number. I'm okay with going on, doing this on the air and then leaving it there.
Right.
And that's fine. And that's not the only person. And he's the only person that's ever said something like that.
That's true.
And he also said,
keep all the rest in check.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. It's just never happened before. Like,
right.
What happened? You know, and then Melissa was like, I don't know why he put my name in there. I wasn't there. And then he was like, oh, I made a mistake. Like, she wasn't, you know, but it just didn't happen.
Right. Do you feel like...
and then the fact that somebody could say something and not have no proof, like, where's the message that you
these don't need proof?
Yeah, you could just... I could say anything.
You should hear the things these niggas be saying about me, bro. It's like,
the dirty section.
I got so much proof that that's not that. But it just doesn't, you know...
Doesn't exist.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't like you. If they don't like you, they want to believe that shit.
That's what sells.
Yeah.
Do you think Envy and Charlamagne should have spoke up when that was happening?
I mean, Envy did. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, more than they
But not the way he be popping off on other people just out the blue. Like,
I think that in that space, it was like every man for himself. You know, I feel like, and that's just what it was.
Everybody came in with their own agenda.
Yeah, it was, you know, you do your thing, you do your thing. It was kind of like you're out here.
Controversial.
Yeah.
You get motherfuckers for the real.
Because I don't feel like I bring that energy. I also don't look at it like I bring that energy. Like, I'm not bringing the energy of like I'm going at somebody, so that person's coming at me. Like, that's not really the type of energy I really try to give off. I'm not doing that.
Well, no, not that, but I there's another clip floating around with Amanda Seales on the show, and she was talking about an executive who said, when are we going to fuck? She said Envy was there.
Right.
And Envy was like, I don't remember that happening. And she said, well, why didn't you? The implication was he should have said something after that was said to her. And I'm kind of not sure about how men and women are supposed to handle that.
You know, I think a lot of people aren't sure. I think people will say when things happen to women, why don't they speak up right away and say things? And sometimes it's not easy in this business because you look at things like, will I ever work again? Am I about to get blackballed? You know, is this going to be a situation? You're shocked sometimes when things happen and you don't know what to do at that time. And anybody who in any line of work acts like that's not true, like, I don't think anybody in their job stands up all the time for everything when they should. You know, it would be great if we could, but a lot of times we don't feel like we have the power to do that. And so... Or
in that moment, you're just caught off guard.
Yeah, you could be caught off guard, but you also later on might think like, damn, is it worth me risking my career? I don't know what's going to end up happening if I say something. This is going to set off a whole effect, and it could end up just being me out of my bag.
I've been in situations where I've said something where I haven't said something.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been in more situations where I've said something only to get flipped on by the person that I spoke up
Right.
for.
It's hard to predict.
It turned into, but you think I don't got it. You think I need you to protect me. And you're taking away my agency. And it's like, well, she's got a point.
Don't save her. She
Maybe-
don't want to get She don't want to get
Maybe I should have shut the, you know. But we have to kind of get like a new dynamic happening here. Yes, because one size doesn't fit all. We treat women like they're a monolith.
There's no way to have a new
There's no way.
dynamic.
Every situation is going to be different.
The roles right now are just so
All over
wacky.
the
The
place.
lines are all crossed. You don't know if you're supposed to be a man or you're supposed to be sensitive or you're supposed to, you know, let a woman, you know, not treat a woman like she's weak and let her like I don't, you know.
You know, it's even hard for us. Like, you know, at times I'll be like, I don't feel protected. But then you might feel like, you know, sometimes you just want to be strong and feel like you don't need to be protected. You don't know what you want to do. Because I feel like when things happen, the more you talk about it, the more you weigh in on it, the more you feel like this should have happened. That, you know, you can't have expectations of people.
Right.
I just have learned that you can't expect anybody to do anything. Like in general, the best rule is to feel like you're out here by yourself. You got to do what you got to do for yourself. If somebody steps up, amazing. But I never expect it.
Never expect it at all.
I don't expect it.
I'm not gonna lie.
You sound different just now, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
that
a
was
bubble in my
nasty.
throat.
Yeah, disgusting.
But I expected Envy to like speak more on your behalf, especially after seeing how he went crazy on Rick Ross. When Rick Ross said the smallest thing about him, he went on a whole tangent.
Well, I will say, you know,
That's
Gucci said
content.
things about him and he responded to that and he did, you know, have some things to say. So I will say that. I also felt like in the grand scheme of things, you just said some really super disrespectful things, but okay, let's move on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's a lot of picking and choosing.
yeah, you didn't say you fucked me, so I'm okay. You said, you know, you chose not to. Great, amazing. Like, thank you. If you want to tell that story, and me and Melissa interviewed you, and that happened or whatever, and great. I'm glad that you said it didn't happen, and you turned me down.
Right.
Amazing.
Y'all want to take a poll on this?
Pause. Poll on what?
No, let's not.
Pause.
Was there
Pause.
any moments while you were on the Breakfast Club that you felt like Charlamagne didn't respect his jaw?
Didn't respect what?
His jaw.
Because he talks so much, he ain't respect his jaw. Like he wanted to be knocked out, you heard?
No, because there were a lot of instances where, and I know, you know, being a part of this media thing, you know, people try to get in my ear and be like, yo, you need to do this, you need to, yo, I'm telling you, that's gonna go viral. But that's never my intention. But I know the power of what that looks like when I'm sitting across from somebody who's purposely trying to start an argument, you know what I mean? And how people will lock into that. So like, I look at, you know, some of the things that I've seen on a Breakfast Club and I'm like, ooh, that came out of left field. And that was a little nasty. Like, did you guys have meetings? You said it was every man for himself.
Yeah, no, we definitely didn't. We never had
so you
meetings.
got caught off guard by some of this shit.
Yeah, I think everybody, whatever questions people had or things they said, that was on them. It was never a conversation beforehand, like, I'm going to ask this, then you're going to ask this. That never happened.
It's just everybody walks in like, hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah. So nobody would have those conversations. So whatever somebody said, that's, you know, on them. And I think there was an era when, you know, it was like exciting and people enjoy, like, no matter what people say, they think that's exciting. Like when people say things that are shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And so people would sometimes be like, oh, it's boring if you don't do that. You know what I mean? And that is part of what made moments go viral. Whether or not people like it, some people like it, some people love it, some people hate it.
But the issue with it is the more that it gets emulated by the other platforms who idolize the bigger platforms, it becomes the standard of what's entertaining starts to raise, and now you have to be even more outrageous and outrageous and outrageous and outrageous till eventually people are going to be hitting each other with pies and fighting. It's going to be the Jerry Springer Club on every platform.
Well, nobody has to do anything. You know what I'm saying? And so it just depends on your intent. Like if your intent is, I mean, there's times that I've been, like you would say, I'll take something out because even though it could go viral, you also want to protect certain things and you don't want to cause issues.
Right.
And so I think the responsibility is on you as a host, where what's more important to you? Is it more important for me to have integrity or more important for me to go viral? And sometimes you do have to make those choices.
Right.
And so that is what it is. Like for me, it's always going to be more important. If somebody tells me, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that, or that's something that people don't know, I thought about it. And this happens all the time where people say that. And sometimes you could talk to them and be like, well, it's not that big a deal. You know, I feel like this is a good part of the interview and it's not that serious. But if it is, you'll be like, no problem, I'll take it out. Like I'm never the person that's going to ruin a relationship to try to have a viral moment for something that is fleeting and can cause any type of, you know, mental or physical harm to anyone.
Right.
And so if that makes it boring, it is what it is.
I think in the grand scheme of things, it depreciates the value of journalism. I'm saying, like, this is authentic, right?
None of this shit is journalism. I don't know why people keep saying that. None of this shit is journalism.
So what
it's
is
a fucking show.
Well,
bro.
MECC, you're a journalist.
Yeah.
Mega's a journalist. He writes editorials and shit like that.
Right.
But the shit that we're doing, this ain't journalism, bro.
Some part of it is though,
You
because
can-
you still feel like you have a certain responsibility. It's
Two
not
things can be true
journalism.
at the same time.
There's just, I wouldn't say journalism, but it's responsibility
To quote-
the culture.
To quote
If you
Nori,
have integrity,
to
though.
be a
Yeah.
journalist, you have to be a whore. No offense, Mecca. But you have to be a
Hey,
whore.
Mecca.
You can't play sides. You can't play favorites. It's all about the story. So all the things that you didn't put out,
Right.
you would have put out if you were a journalist.
That's not
you dig
being
what I'm
a
saying?
whore. Your first job is to tell the story.
Right.
Right? That's the first job of a journalist. Tell the story, to tell
Yeah,
an
like
honest
a
truth,
whore.
to gather the facts. That's not being a whore. Would be switching the story up for everybody who walks through the door, treating everybody different.
No,
I'm gonna let you
well,
tell you. I'm gonna tell.
When I say
I'm
whore, I mean like your man that you have a good relationship with comes on the show and you ask him some bullshit
what's the first thing I said to
for the
Nori?
sake of the story.
What was one of the first
know what I
things
mean?
I said to Nori when we went and did Drink Champs?
Hmm.
One of the first things I told him.
Yeah,
Same
go check
thing.
that episode out, by the way.
Yeah,
Shameless
please,
plug.
please.
Wait,
do.
hold on.
Yeah.
What's the address here? Because Jasmine's gonna come meet us here.
We don't want to say it on camera. Let's not say it on camera.
Can somebody
Let's just
here,
type
you
it in
wanna
her
put it in
phone.
front of me?
Let's just type it in her phone.
Drop the Addy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Talk about
No, he got it. He
shit.
got it. He
Sorry.
got it. He got the address already.
Jeez.
There's security.
What
Yeah, he ain't playing what you need.
What I said to Nori was one of the first things I tell all
got
my
it,
subjects
man.
is I'm not your friend. When you're sitting down and we're doing this interview, we can be cool.
Hmm.
I might even be cool with you outside of this, but when we're doing work, I'm not your friend. Don't expect me to treat you any different. I'm going to tell the story. And if you have a problem with that, you need to leave now. Or you need to be very careful about what you say. Because I'm here to do the job, not be your friend.
Okay.
When we get into this media space, the story becomes more entertaining than anything else, than the truth, than the facts. And people would rather hear some bullshit than the facts. So you got to be like, we're not doing journalism up here 9 times out of 10. We're making it entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to start bullshit.
I'm not a journalist. Don't come at me with that journalist bullshit.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm not.
and it's not that, but
I am.
but you do feel like when
So
you
I'm
take
on
things
that
out,
bullshit.
you have a responsibility because you also don't want to see things happen to people. You don't want to see somebody incriminate themselves. You don't want to see somebody say something while they're drunk that they're like, oh shit, what did I say?
Right.
That's honor and integrity
So
as
it's
a
not
person. That's not
journalism,
journalistic integrity. That's him being a decent human being.
Like
Right.
I've been on Drink Champs and guest hosted and they've taken things out because the person has been like, oh shit.
You shit-faced drunk. You said some wild
I
shit.
kind of feel
I'm gonna
like
take that out.
I kind of feel like their Drink Champs should get the grace to do that because part of their platform is giving you so much alcohol.
Right.
I think I think you should consider what somebody's saying when you've gotten them tipsy and sloppy. They're tipsy, even just lit. I think you should, maybe this should come with some editing because we're getting people to say shit that they would not say.
Otherwise, there'd be a better show called Cocaine Champs. Shit'd be wild.
Wait for it.
That shit'd be
So I
what?
shot Kanye in the legs. That's why he's walking with a limp on.
And that's why I beat up Drake. You know what I mean? Some crazy shit.
The way this shit is going, wait for it. Like you said, people just.
But this is what I'm saying. Like
escalate.
it keeps going to the level where there are personalities out there that their sole purpose is to tear other people down every time they open their mouth.
Right.
It works.
Like what I really like is when I do an interview and people listen and they're like, or watch it and they're like, I like that person even more now. Or I feel like I know them
like
even
that
better.
too.
Like I just interviewed Ari Lennox and I love her. And like I enjoyed that interview so much because I appreciate the fact that she'll come and do my show and she'll talk about things in a different way than she will with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that means a lot to me, you know, because I love her as an artist. And you want people to feel like safe to come in your space and be able to say things that this might be the first time I'm saying this, but they're giving you something, you know, and because they trust you with it and they feel safe about it. And it's interesting still, but it doesn't have to be controversial.
Always. Doesn't always have to
It
be.
doesn't have to be, right.
Right.
Yeah. And so
I agree
like
with that.
yeah, so like even with Angie Martinez, you know, she has this Tupac interview that is legendary that she's never put out.
Shout out to the GOAT.
Yeah.
But she also, I feel like Angie is the epitome of I don't have to have people come on here and say like some crazy wild shit. But she's had some amazing moments that have been controversial.
Right.
But it's not like that's what she does.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
She's not
so
known for that.
people will go up there and feel safe enough to sit down and pour out their heart to her and talk to her, but not feel like she's trying to get a moment. Because there's sometimes when you go places and people are going to ask you the headline. They Googled you real fast and they're like, oh shit, this is controversial. Let me ask this because I know this is about to go crazy. And people do that. Like people will
Clickbait.
will do that clickbait. They will put up that headline. They will try to get those clicks by asking the most outlandish thing, which is the easiest thing to do.
Right.
Low hanging fruit.
Low hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does garner a response that sometimes it's like, oh, okay, I get why they do that, but now me as an individual, I look at you in a certain light and I can't fuck with you.
But is there a difference between asking a controversial question versus asking a question that everyone that you know is watching is thinking?
How
That
you
no
ask-
other platform is asking.
It's also how you ask it. You
Right.
know, I think that's important too. Like to take care with certain things, to know how to ask a question and phrase it where you're not trying to
Come
say
off
it
for a
in
viral moment.
say it in a way that way, but saying it in a way that's like giving you an opportunity to talk about something.
Right.
That's way different than saying something that's shocking for the sake of being shocking.
It's the intent. It's the intent behind the question.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes there's certain headlines you can't ignore. And look, there'll be times when people come up there and be like, this person can't talk about this. And I'm like, okay, I still want to make sure I'm able to ask the question. And you can say, this is not something I can address right now because of X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But I still want to make sure that I'm responsible as my, in my responsibility.
Like, pause. We had Dwight Howard on the same day.
Super
Okay.
pause.
What'd you-
Pause.
How'd it go for you?
Now you asked the question.
Yeah.
We had a private conversation and decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Right.
So
And I feel like also in that situation, it might have been different, you know. I don't know, it's weird. Because I saw our guy, Coach PR, and how he asked the question. He was just like, yo, people want to know.
Yeah,
And
he was very direct.
he just asked it in the beginning.
Yeah, right to it.
Yeah,
Are you
right
okay?
to it.
right.
And, you know, and this, but I feel like when we asked it, it was not necessary. You know, he's addressed it before.
Right.
And so it was hard to not bring it up. And let me tell you something, people had an issue even with how I asked it. They wanted me to go hard and really like probe.
Yeah, yank them out the closet.
Yeah.
Grab them and
And I'm not
drag
doing
'em out
that.
there.
You know, I'm not doing that.
Right.
But I just feel like there was a lot, there's a court case that was going on. You know, there are things happening. And so
There's a reason to get the information.
there's a reason. Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't just like, so what's going on in your personal life? It was more like, look, there's this case going on now, but previously you've said this. Is this what you want to? And we've seen how this case has been developing.
Right.
Oh, we have.
Yeah.
We've had people come on the show, give a great interview, get super
still-
comfortable with us. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not asking. Get super comfortable with us, say some shit that you say when you're comfortable, only to turn around and have their publicist say, yo, you need to edit that out.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
You know why that annoys me? Because a month from now, they'll go to a completely different platform
And still
say the exact
shit.
same
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
And we
That
took an L
happened-
because we
That happened the
got rid
other
of it.
night.
Mm-hmm.
That happened the other night. I'm not gonna say no names or
Yeah.
who it was, but
I wasn't
we
there.
were asked. You
I
wasn't here.
there.
And we were asked, yo, can you da-da-da? I'm like, no.
No, you got to understand. There's a 72-hour grace period that you have to have.
Yeah.
Where if the publicist is contacting you, you do not respond for 72 hours until you do what you need to do with that footage. Because sometimes the publicists, God bless them, because they're out there, doing good work for good people. But then there's some of them who have their own perception of how things are going to look and how it's going to play out, and they'll jump the gun and speak as though they're that person, or he doesn't want it when he don't even know that.
Yeah, sometimes the publicist says something that the person, like, they'll tell you don't ask something in an interview, and the person has no idea that
they're saying that. Yeah.
And you're like, I always told them, and they're like, no, that's fine, go ahead, I want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's happened a million times. Yeah.
It's because sometimes the publicist knows better than the artist. You're about to get
And
yourself
sometimes
in trouble.
they don't.
You're going to answer this question and get
And
yourself
sometimes
in
they
trouble.
don't.
You just shut the fuck
I'm
up.
agree with you.
And sometimes they
do.
No, it's there's no right. You know what I mean? There's no right answer. Like if I'm a publicist and I can see what's coming and you can't, and I'm trying to, bro, don't trust me, don't. And all you think is, I don't give a fuck.
Listen.
Ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen. And then when it happens. The problem is when it happens, the first thing the artist does is look at the publicist and go like, yo, your whole job was to protect me. Yo, you fucking fired.
That's bullshit.
And now it's like,
that's bullshit. I
No,
don't believe in none of that, because
no, it's not.
Everything in this life, everything that we can odor at in fucking society and look at it and be like, oh shit, how we do it? It came from us sharing information.
None of
so
that.
the more that we hold information, the more that we hide things, the more we create these walls of what's right and what's wrong. And if we all just spoke freely about shit, then it wouldn't be an issue.
That's easy for you to say when you're not on the other side of the consequences of that truth.
What's the consequences?
Dwight Howard is going through his consequences right now of the truth. If it's his truth, if it's even his truth, it's easy to make decisions for somebody else's shit.
Right.
Like when you don't have to walk in those shoes after that fact comes in. Motherfucker, just say it. Why are you being such a pussy? It's your truth. Living your truth. And then as soon as you do, none of those people are around when the consequences start popping off. When that publicist gets fired for not protecting the artist from saying the shit that I told you not to say,
like
and they get whatever it is, because artists are fickle. Artists get pissed off. Yo, I'm in trouble. The comment section is flaming me. Why didn't you stop? Why didn't you stop me from saying that? Yo, you fired. Now I'm out of a job because your ass didn't want to listen. And I told you not to say that shit.
But then you're out of a job for working with somebody that don't know.
The
what
bill
the fuck
collector
they're
don't
supposed
give
to
a
say.
fuck about that, bro. Like you really have to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm
important
trying to
be
put food on the table. You worried
realistic.
about
Certain things are going to come out anyway. The best way to control the
Facts.
narrative is for you to say it first.
Right.
Before it comes out. That's how you really control the narrative. And I've learned that by watching many things happen. Whoever speaks first is the person that people believe the most.
Right.
So if you say something first before it comes out, people are like, yo, he already talked about this. He already said this. So, and that's how people control a narrative. He already told us X, Y, and Z was about to happen. So I believe it. Oh, this is just what happened because he said this was going to happen. And so I do think there's a way that people, if you have a good publicist and they know it's about to hit the fan, they can tell you how to handle it. So it makes it seem like you're the person that is the authority on something and that people believe what you have to say if you can spin it the right way and say it first.
And listen.
Yeah.
Listen to what you're being told. Recognize that a publicist, it doesn't help them for you to fail. It doesn't help them for you to get fucked up in the game and can't afford to keep them on anymore. That doesn't help them. Don't pay off for you to be fucked up.
Going viral don't always make money.
Then there's that part. You get wild attention and no bread. Like, bro.
Like, how can we spin this? How can you spin it?
Right. Sitting around the strategy groups.
How can we make
market
this make
research
sense?
groups?
I wouldn't have to spin it if you just shut
Nah,
the
but
fuck
like,
up.
Honestly, like even like, and just to bring it back to my VH1 thing with Jennifer, but the way we spin it, she put it on social media, got scammed. I called, I said, yo, let's do a documentary about it. Mad people hitting you up, hitting me up, and let's interview them and let's put it together and let's sell the show. And we did. There's always a way that you can, there's always a way that you can figure out, like, how do we make this bad situation into a good one?
Right.
Or
People are so
one.
interested in it. Let's create a whole story.
Just be smart enough to.
Even, you talked about Dwight Howard. Listen, if he was to be like, I'm gonna put out my own story and monetize it.
It's my OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, he's gonna be lit.
Nasty work.
Yep. How you feel about men having OnlyFans?
How do I feel about men having OnlyFans? Yeah. I mean, get your money.
Are you a supporter?
I'm not subscribed to anybody's OnlyFans. So am I a financial supporter? No, but I'm a supporter of anybody getting to the money legally the way that they can. So if you have an OnlyFans, you better go all the way with that shit and make some money, be able to buy properties and do whatever it is that you need to do, pay your taxes. And that way I looked at like Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards, right? Their daughter has an OnlyFans. So at first, Charlie Sheen was so mad about it.
Right.
But then she bought a house, bought a car, did all. Now he's like, okay, shout out to my daughter.
Why does that make it okay? I don't understand it.
Because they're not taking care of her no more? That's why.
No, it makes because if you're doing smart things with your money and there's there's a reason why you're doing something, it makes sense. If you're just doing something all willy-nilly and you don't have a plan, then I don't understand it. I'm okay with people doing things with a plan. You know, in my look at Bad Baby, like she did her OnlyFans and made like 50 million. She made 30-something million the first year that I don't know what's on her OnlyFans. Yeah. Right. But she made $38 million. I don't think that her family is like, you're a disgrace. They're probably.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, I don't know.
It depends on what she's promoting on the page.
I don't know what's on her page.
Some people got OnlyFans pages and they promote their music. They promote.
Yeah,
other
because
shit.
OnlyFans does not equate to I'm naked and having sex.
Right. True. That's what most people think, and that's why people are making a lot of money because people.
But is that a scam?
I'm gonna sign up to this and I'm gonna get to see all the shit.
No, but look, you subscribe to something, got the money. Listen, so you're out of $18. You know what I'm saying? It's not the biggest deal in the world, and now whatever. But my whole thing is like, OnlyFans does not mean you're having sex and you're naked.
Right.
If you have an OnlyFans and you're able to monetize that in the way that certain people are and do positive things with that money for yourself and plan in that way, it makes sense. Now, if you have an OnlyFans, you naked having sex and just buying Birkins, you know, that's different.
That's a perception of OnlyFans.
You just show your feet.
That's the perception.
That's
So you're saying that you can have an OnlyFans and not be about that.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
So would you have one?
It's content creation. I haven't done it, and they have reached out to me about doing stuff because I have lip service, like behind the scenes stuff. Not about like being naked, but like let's figure out. Look, Donnell Rawlings had an OnlyFans. Envy had an OnlyFans.
What Donnell was doing?
No, Donnell was just a funny nigga.
He said
I ain't with none of that. Stop that now. I ain't with none of that.
You said, what is he doing? I want to know what that nigga was doing. You heard? Yeah.
So,
where's everybody?
look, The Dream did an OnlyFans. People, to promote his album.
Math, there's nothing wrong with it, bro. Do one.
Here we go.
Math,
Do it.
I'm about to learn it loose, baby.
Put your feet out there, you know what I'm saying? Got little fans out there, little homegirls and all that. That's not a pause, bro. I'm trying to get my man to the bag, my nigga.
Yeah, you can
get my homie to the bag, my nigga.
That's a pause, bro. That's a pause.
Gad is trying to
put
pimp
the
your
feet out there.
Gad over here trying to pimp your big toe, nigga.
You'd be surprised what they pay for.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And honestly, what it is people will subscribe initially. So you'll have a huge amount of money at first, and then he not doing nothing but showing his knees.
And then they out.
Word, Mac, you
They think it's my knees.
Yo, Mac,
they think it's the knees.
Right.
What the fuck is this?
Just put your shell top on, you know what I'm saying? That's your profile pic. That shit gonna go viral, Mac. What you talking about?
Word, MECC into some other
and
shit. I already
there's people
figured
who
him out.
actually have
He's into some other
I
shit,
talked
bro.
about this
Keep
on my
talking,
show, and
Nigga.
people started sending me how much money they were making on OnlyFans. It was crazy. But there's people who have OnlyFans and help other people curate content. And so they put the other people's OnlyFans page and make so much money.
You could charge other people to put their shit on your on your shit.
Pause.
OnlyFans in the
I
new.
said pause,
That was
nigga.
wild.
That sounded crazy the way you
But then you
said
said put their shit on your shit.
On your
That's
page.
Whoa.
triple double.
Whoa.
Pause it before I even said it.
Sword fighting,
Triple
my
pause it
nigga.
before I even said
Not
it.
doing the sword fights, nigga.
OnlyFans and the new unsigned rappers. And the new indie rappers. Cracks me up.
It's all good.
See, I told you, everybody go have to pee.
Only
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, I
Vladimir.
Foot in water, hot water.
You doing OnlyFans? That's what
I'm
it looked
thinking
like
about
just
it.
now. He did
I'm
think
thinking
about
about
it.
it.
Hell yeah.
I'm definitely thinking
I'm
about
about to do that shit.
Your knees is already out.
That nigga about to do that shit.
I would like to do celebrity massages.
Okay.
So
We've
like
seen
I
those.
get like you on a joint and I give you a full body massage and people will watch.
On OnlyFans and have conversation.
Yeah.
And he gonna put on that Barry White voice too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got you. And Champ gonna do the beat.
You could do an interview during the massage, like, you know.
No, because I'm really good in massage.
Are you certified?
I'm not certified.
You should get that, sir. Listen, I'm all for classes and getting my certification and things. You might as well go ahead and get certified. You could do it.
So let's create this.
Yeah, like why wouldn't
Angela
you?
Lee and Mav Hoffa road to OnlyFans. Word. Let's do it.
You gotta do your classes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You go in there and then you got your table. You need a table that heats up. They're really comfortable
Yeah,
table.
but my massages are unconventional.
Okay, why?
He's like the dude on social media that be taking dudes' girls and be like,
Wild baby oil.
hands in the hair and all that.
Wild butter and Crisco.
Nah, you know what the trick is?
Crisco.
You know what the trick is?
Nigga say Crisco.
I use my head.
Oh, my man. My man.
Conehead.
When you loud enough, then they start. When they feel
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep. I be knowing.
Yeah, come on, this too young.
I could have went my whole life without hearing that.
That guy's like hasn't said a word.
I got nothing.
But-
When I seen Coneheads, I had to keep my head, bro. Movie Conehead. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Coneheads is crazy. I do want to congratulate you on your philanthropy.
Thank you.
I was at the bowling.
Oh,
Bowling
thank you so
event.
much
Yes,
for coming
yes,
to participate.
yes.
That was a
Fire.
big
That was
deal.
dope.
We were at Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
was
guys.
mad there wasn't like a prize because we cooked all the other lanes.
What was it? I
Yeah, we
didn't
did.
see your score.
We had like 800 and something, and everybody
No,
else was going like 3 and 4. Like,
Word, yo. That was
I
crazy.
didn't see this. I didn't
Chaz.
see this score.
I was
Is it
bowling
real?
for champ.
is it real? I
was
thought
bowling
we
for
was gonna get a
champ
prize.
and
I'm
I
like,
didn't see
oh
this
yeah, we get a
score.
prize for sure.
Who y'all was playing
Yo,
against though? Y'all was
nice.
playing against each other, right?
No, I thought the whole thing was
It was
like,
other
okay,
Oh,
people
you
there,
thought everybody was
man.
playing, and then you get a prize.
Yeah, I'm looking at people's scores like, yo, we got it. Yeah, let's get it.
Matt,
Yeah.
it was for charity.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was for the children.
Yes,
Mamadou, these
Battle
children.
with
got
the
school.
competitive.
He
It was
a
for the
prize.
pick me them. It was for the pick me them.
Forget the kids. Give me my prize.
Right. But this is something
Fuck
that
them
you've
kids.
been a part of. I remember I had a battle in Detroit years
Oh, yep,
ago.
I was there.
Yeah, and I pulled up with like 10 coats. You had a
Coats
coat
for
drive.
kids.
And I woke up that morning, I told my mans, I was like, yo, we're going to pick up these coats, man. Pick the mad coats. Brought them through, and you were there speaking
Yes.
at the event. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was host. That's when I first met Cash Doll too. And when she
Wow.
came out, I was like, she was lit in the city before she was lit everywhere like she is. And I remember
Right.
she came out, I was like, who is this? Like when I tell you they went crazy for her at that Coats for Kids. But I also feel like it's just really important when we have these platforms that we do whatever we can to give back, you know, and to be on like different boards and support things in the community. So I was born in Maimonides Children's Hospital.
Wow.
And so I wanted to do that in particular just because I was born there, me and my brother. And then certain things I do, like I'm on the board for the American Foundation for the University of the West Indies. We give scholarships to students attending the University of the West Indies every year. I give away a scholarship, and I get to meet the kids who get the scholarship.
I'm actually West Indian, so I would love to be.
We should honor you at the next gala in February.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, you'll bring in some money too. He's gonna bring in some money too.
Bayesian boy.
And listen, when I tell you why I love it so much, it is like all of the premiers, prime ministers from all of the islands come, and it's like really all of the upper echelon of everybody because they all support this organization. It's been around forever. You know, Harry Belafonte was on the board. It's a really great organization, and the kids that some of them that get the scholarships come in, they're super brilliant. They went to the University of the West Indies. We're gonna honor you next year, so you have to come. We did Don.
Yes.
And we did Don Pooh this year also, so he came. So that was pretty amazing.
Shout out to Don Pooh.
You know, to be able to do that, and even like
Pooh's
the
Bayesian too.
Yeah, he is.
Pooh's Bayesian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My partner is actually Bayesian in a coffee company.
Oh, say what?
Yeah, he bought some property in, and he's actually building a house out there, but he's Bayesian also.
But where? St. Michael?
I don't know. Yes, I'm not Bayesian.
All right,
I don't know. Everybody relax.
Right.
But,
but
you know, I think it is so important, like all of those things, to make sure that we're all part of that. Just because nothing feels better than when you can see people like benefiting from something that you've done.
Right.
You know, so I'm on the board for the Fund for New York City Housing Authority for NYCHA also.
Yeah.
Just all of these different initiatives.
That's dope, man. I'd like to get back into that. You know, I used to give away stuff to this projects, then I got jumped in it and I stopped.
Oh, that's good.
Fuck that shit.
Show them some
Fuck y'all
empathy.
niggas. Fuck y'all. I ain't got kids, nigga.
Yeah, but
He jumped you?
Yeah, dead ass, nigga.
Oh my God.
Son.
While you was
7
giving
niggas,
stuff
I'm like
away?
this, like, yo, I donate it. The fuck?
What was you giving away?
She crazy. Yeah, son.
Nah, but another good takeaway too to add on to that event was we got a lot of the young rappers from the city to partake in philanthropy. You know, with the young rappers on the scene, there's a lot of negative energy, you know, so to get 4-1, Kenzo B to be a part of that was dope. Show them the other side. Let
Scarlett
people see the
was there.
Scarlett, yeah, I like Scarlett.
Oh my God, I
So
love
we're always
her.
trying to empower them. I'm saying
Right,
to be on the positive side of things.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was dope to see them there.
Yeah, but no, everybody was very excited that you guys were there. So
Most
thank you so much for
It's
coming
love.
through. At least
Yeah,
I know who I
Thank you
could
for the
call.
invite.
Because, you know, I be doing all kinds of philanthropic things. So I will be calling y'all.
Definitely
Yeah,
got some
get
shit
me, get me involved. Yeah, I'll
be
be
there.
there. I'll be there. I like stuff like that. Being a radio personality, how do you feel about the music that's being played now?
Like what?
Do you even listen to this shit?
I mean, I feel like there's such a wide variety because, you know, first of all, people be saying bad things. I love Sexy Red. I don't care what anybody.
Why you like Sexy Red?
Because it's fun.
It's fun. Booty hole brown.
Yeah, I like it.
It is brown. Wow. Look at that.
Peaches and Eggplant remix, okay? But no, I do. And I feel like, guys, y'all be doing that. It's like, let the ladies have some fun.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I get it. But
like,
there
nah,
used to
we
be a
don't do that.
balance. That's the problem. That's the issue for me. The balance. It's not there no more. We had the Little Kims, but then we had the Little
I feel like there's balance. Rhapsody just put out a project.
they-
It's just what y'all be paying attention
But
to.
what's being played
What's being
But
pushed?
being played where?
What's being
on the radio?
pushed?
I feel like on the radio, I mean, we play Thames all day. We play SZA all day.
I love Scissor.
Yeah, I love SZA too. You know what I'm saying? So
SZA.
I do feel like the problem is I feel like where people really listen to music is more on streaming
love her.
services, where you
Yeah.
curate what it is that you want to listen to more than anything. And so if people want to say, oh, you know, I don't like this and it's what people are playing, it's really what people are streaming and what they're listening to and what I feel like we have so many options more than ever.
Right.
You know, back in the day, it was way harder to get your music played and way harder to put an album out than it is now.
Right.
And so there's like a ton of things. It's just up to people to be like, this is what I like. And whatever I listen to, it curates a playlist for me. And so if I'm listening to Lucky Day and I'm listening to Ari Lennox and her, those like, that's what's going to come up when I do my playlist and random things play. So it really is what you decide to listen to.
You're also picking platforms where the artist makes the least amount of money. For as many plays you give them, they're making the least amount of money.
I feel like artists have always made more money doing other things than that. Though.
Yeah, but this is like we're at an
but this is
all-time
it's
low.
highway robbery.
Yeah, we're at like an
it's like-
all-time low. It's literally basement. It can't get any worse than pieces of
Like
pennies
they should have
on
a picture
dollar.
of a man in a mask with a gun. Like, thanks for signing up. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
welcome
cool
to
Thanks for
Spotify,
giving us your
nigga.
intellectual
You know what I mean?
property.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
It's cool to curate the playlist, but the artist is suffering behind that shit. Like it's convenient for the listener, but the artist is
Because I mean, what's the last album anybody's bought? Like an actual album.
Well, I mean,
Killer Mike.
No, I brought Killer
bought
Mike.
Killer Mike's album.
Yeah,
Donda.
me too.
Donda.
Yeah, I feel like people are more like not necessarily buying the albums.
I mean, we gotta look at our age too. Like, come on, let's just keep it real. Like, we're not in this realm of music.
No,
that's
I
being
listen.
played on the radio.
I listen.
to it,
I'm just not
but
impressed.
we're stuck with what we love.
Hold on,
Tell Lee-
Jasmine's
tell
here.
Lee
She
let
just
her
came
in.
from the
Jasmine?
airport.
No.
She just
So
flew
if
in.
there's a man sitting down,
Everybody act like we've been waiting on her. Everybody act like we've been waiting on her. So she
Everybody's
come in, like
cheering.
everybody clap, like Jasmine. Yeah.
Let her in. Come on. Hey!
It's Jasmine.
Jasmine brand. It's Jasmine brand.
Wow.
How you doing?
How you doing? She's here. She's
Hi,
here.
Jasmine.
Molly here.
Jasmine brand, Jasmine
Idiots.
She's like, I'm unimpressed. Y'all can all sit down and do what y'all was doing.
Now you mentioned you were managing J Electronica.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that nigga?
He's got a lot of new music that he's about to put out. I don't know what's taking him so long to do it, but more than just one album.
Why does he no-show shows? Is that like a mystique thing? Like I'm
Jay-
not showing up tonight.
Jay-
They'll love me even more.
Jay Electronica is just like a very unique person. Remember that year we spent New Year's together at Brooklyn Bowl, actually.
At Brooklyn Bowl?
Yes, we were at Brooklyn Bowl.
Y'all were bowling on New Year's?
Megan got all kind of stories, bro.
Nobody bowled.
Q-Tip was DJing.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
night.
shout out to Q-Tip.
Yeah.
That's the
Shout out
homie.
to Q-Tip.
That's the
Yeah,
homie.
Made
so
it fire.
Q-Tip, and we were there. Remember Kadeem Hardison? That was random. He was there.
Popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, B-Dot was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really fun night.
I still got
But
pictures.
he's just, you said what?
I still got pictures from that night.
I do too. It's
Yeah.
on my Facebook.
Your man is crazy.
But yeah, it was a crazy night. But Jay Electronica, I just feel like I think as an artist, sometimes it's hard to put out projects. I feel like every time he's put out a project, he was like forced to. Even like the song Exhibit C, the way that even came out wasn't him finishing the song and putting it out intentionally. It was just Blaze being like, let's let it fly, and with Tony Touch. And so with him, I just feel like he gets inspired to do stuff when he feels like doing it. And then sometimes it's hard to share your music because of how people are, and I feel like the bar people,
I feel that way.
yeah, it's hard because something might feel really dope to you and you worked really hard on it and it means a lot to you.
Come to the barbershop and nobody's paying it no mind.
But with the bars a certain way because they're like, this is such and such. And people are haters. Like, I don't care. People will want to not like something for the sake of not liking
Like
it.
you.
Or
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's tough.
Crazy.
Yo, this nigga's stupid.
Nah, what? You didn't catch what he said? What?
Yeah,
Am I
I heard
saying
it, yeah.
something wrong? Like,
It's true.
Yo,
yeah, it's true. Okay, did we do best moments?
Best moments, yeah.
Yeah.
You put that Casamigos down. It's
Yeah,
over.
we did best. I think
Yeah,
we did
I'm
worst.
just
over.
Lit.
You said, nigga, and your interview.
No, I haven't been doing episodes, so
Now
this
would
is
be
like
a
my
good
first
time
day
to
back.
start your OnlyFans.
Right now, right?
Yeah, not right now.
Get on my little C shit. Let the monkey out.
He got his foot up.
Shout out to C's. Worst interview we ever did in our life.
Why was C's the
Thanks
worst?
to Tito.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Tito's vodka.
It was terrible.
They was giving them cups of
It was
Tito's
terrible.
like that.
Little Tito's.
That's my guy too.
And
See?
he
Little
kept
Tito's.
taking them.
That's the bro. Shout out to
Word.
C's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Give
shout
him
out to
cups of
C's.
Tito's. He kept taking
So my,
them.
yo, we gonna do a part 2. Hell no.
And then he refused to answer any questions.
Why?
I mean, them cups was like this high.
Well, we know.
Flip like, yeah, one more. Yeah, one more sip, nigga.
What,
This
worst
is
interview
hot.
ever.
Worst interview ever?
Ever.
In life, I would have to say there's a couple. There was one interview, it was my worst, but I learned a lot from it. You're not even going to know who she is probably up here, but it was when I was at Sirius. Dita Von Teese, you know who she is? Anybody?
Oh, can't say I do.
Right. Well, anyway, I didn't either really. And so, you know, it was when I was on with Cypher and he called out that day. He had wanted that interview and she was coming from Howard Stern. A lot of times we would get stuff after Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't necessarily my audience. And I felt bad because when she came, they just brought her over and I didn't really know anything. And Cypher wasn't there. And it was just awful. And I felt so bad that I didn't know anything and that I hadn't had the research. And I felt so bad. But it taught me a lot to if I'm not prepared and something is like spontaneous, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Or let it be known from the rip. Yo, we're here with such and such. I have no idea.
No, I just feel like don't do it. Just don't even do that. Because it's rude to a person. Like I felt bad that I didn't know. She was like married to Marilyn Manson. I didn't know anything.
Right.
So clearly I know a little bit now.
Did she chew you out for that?
No, she didn't. But I also just felt like it just wasn't fair to her. I don't like when people come and you don't know anything about a person. And it wasn't it was unexpected for me. But she didn't know that. And I should have just been like, nah, let's just say we can't do this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was probably the worst one. And then we had one with oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? He's an actor. And he was high on shrooms, and Rob Schneider, and he like got up and ran out of the room in the middle of it. And then his publicist later, I was like, sorry, he was on shrooms. And we were like, what the fuck just happened?
Wow. Wait, that's the dude from
Shrooms
Waterboy and all of that.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider. Yeah.
Shrooms makes you do that?
His did.
Yeah.
His did.
He was sitting there, and then he just got up and ran out, and Cypher was like, what just happened? And they were
to get more shrooms.
Yeah. So those are probably like the two, like, what the fuck just happened?
Have you ever seen anything demonic in the industry?
In the industry?
Yeah.
Not in person. I might look at social media and be like, that's a lot.
Like what?
You know, like I might look at anything that's like satanic, you know, that you might see where somebody's like, devil, any type of imagery and things like that. The thing is that I watch a lot of horror movies.
Oh, well, we're back there now.
Why? Why do you watch horror movies?
I love them.
I don't understand why people were into
Right, look at Jasmine.
movies.
She knows. I love horror movies.
Why?
Because I just like being scared.
You like being scared.
You know, there's something to be said about like
oh yeah, I want to be
the
pussy.
adrenaline that you get.
She still lives in Brooklyn, so
Yeah, and a lot of times it's based on real stories. You know, like
What's based on real?
The Exorcist, The Conjuring.
That's based off real
Texas
stories.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Want to go this way?
all three of those.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Love that shit.
autistic kids, man, that's fucked up.
Love
Yeah,
that.
it's
For them to
all.
paint autistic kids as they're possessed. That's not cool, man.
Well, listen,
So,
all I know is like a lot of these movies are based on real things that have happened. And so that's always interesting to me. But ever since I was young, I've always liked horror. I used to love Nightmare on Elm Street as a little kid growing up. I used to watch all of those. I like being scared.
Like horror films don't scare me. I don't
Nothing?
I don't get it.
But you probably don't really watch them.
No, I watched them and
Like
I'm
what?
This is ridiculous. Like, from
no,
Brooklyn.
you know what? This guy is logical. That's what it is. He'll be sitting there watching a movie and asking all the questions. Like, yo, why would they just come out the womb like that?
I mean, that's any movie though, not just horror. That's any movie.
It just don't make sense to me, bro.
But you know, that's what's great about horror movies, that they don't necessarily make sense. Because that's what it is. There's a lot of things you can't explain.
But you have to put yourself in a state where you're like, I understand this stupidity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it. I get
It's
why
called
you're
a, what do they call it? A suspension of belief, right? A suspension of disbelief.
Like, you know, the white shit gonna keep falling. Every horror movie, that white shit gonna fall.
And you know, the black person gonna get killed first.
Nah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Not anymore, though. I feel like we've gotten past that.
Yeah, well, thanks to Get Out. Get Out. Yeah, thanks to Get Out. Word. But yeah, horror movies just don't do it for me. It's like
Halloween. Halloween.
Amityville Horror Story.
I giggle my ass off.
That's a real story, yeah.
Amityville?
Yeah, that's
a
based
real
on true
story.
story, yeah. That shit exists, bro. Like spirits and people being possessed. That shit is real.
It does.
The people being
That part is real.
possessed.
It does, yeah. That's a real thing.
Yeah, people
I
get
believe
possessed.
I believe, yeah.
I mean, the way Hollywood shows it,
I don't play with no Ouija
too much,
boards. I don't play around like that. You know, I don't try to talk to the dead or connect like that. But I watch it. I watch it.
I think that, you know, there's like certain people who, you know, they go through physical things where they might bleed for a week and don't die, and that they feel possessed at those moments. Like, it's crazy.
And that just happened.
I'm just saying, like, that happens. Like the hormone thing is like part of the possession.
Oh my God!
Anyway.
Like, have you ever been in a room when a woman is giving birth? There's an element of possession in that. That ass.
I don't know.
Well, that is another spirit coming out.
Yeah.
Just back away.
That's what they call it, spirit.
Back away. Just back away slowly.
Well, you're a father. You know what the hell I'm talking about, man. You can't deny this shit. All right. Yeah.
Sure, why
They
not?
can't wait to-
Look, they're laughing in the back.
Yo, she got a lot to say, bro.
Mad shit to say. She ain't saying none of it loud enough, though. What's that? What, possession?
And we're off.
See,
Okay,
that's
there it is.
real.
You believe in it?
It's true. It has happened.
No, but do you believe in it? Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I don't play around. And that's why I also feel like I've watched enough movies that if I ever had to attend an exorcism, I could be really helpful.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Man. Now you wildin'.
Oh my God! Hey, this is Math
Wow.
Hoffman, and you know, we had Angela Yee here, and it was a great episode, man.
Great
You guys
episode.
have a great night tonight.
Great episode.
Don't play with no Ouija boards.
Chick's head spinning around. Angela coming out with snacks.
No,
You gotta get hungry.
No, but on some real shit, I know for a fact, like,
See?
I'll clean up the vomit.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Like, my great grandmother
Yeah,
had bought a fruit basket from an antique store, right?
yeah.
The fruit basket was from like someone's crib from the 1920s,
Yeah.
right? And she put it in her crib. This
Right.
was in Gowanus Projects,
Right.
right? And that fruit basket
So
was
let's just be clear.
it was possessed.
But it was in Gowanus Project.
It was in Gowanus Projects.
All right,
yeah.
let's
So it was possessed. What happened?
What happened is that
Angela's into
prior
it.
to her getting that fruit basket, everything was fine. There's nothing going wrong.
in the projects.
The
Gowanus.
projects have nothing to do with it, bro.
It was
It has
fine.
nothing to do with it.
But everything was
She had a
fine in the
nice,
projects.
clean
That is
home.
your statement.
She always burned sage. Everything was clean. The house was always fucking pure and clean.
Right.
She bought that fucking fruit basket in there, and shit started getting wacky.
Like what?
Like doors opening and closing, lights going on and off, shit like that.
In the projects.
It doesn't matter if it was the projects.
I'm
It can
just
happen anywhere.
saying. There's usually
It can
a
happen in this
reasonable
barbershop.
explanation for this shit.
No, I'm telling you, bro.
I've lived in the
Bro,
projects. The lights
Energy,
go
all
on
right,
and
so
off,
you
my
believe
nigga.
energy doesn't die, right?
Yeah.
Energy doesn't die, right?
No, it doesn't.
And there's such a thing as restless spirits.
Yeah.
And restless spirits can live in physical objects.
No, you heard my ghost stories
So what
before.
happened with the fruit basket?
So what happened is the fruit basket, I was like 11, 12 years old.
Right.
And I was staying over my great-grandmother's house that night, and the fruit basket flew off the fucking table. And
Hit you in the head?
And then what?
Oh.
It fell off the floor. It was just it was on the fucking floor.
It just fell on the floor.
Come on, man. I'm done with this, man.
No,
Ask
so
your
what
next
happened?
question,
We
man.
didn't know what
Y'all just trying to make me like seem like I'm fucking
I didn't
crazy.
know what
I'm
happened.
telling you
know,
what
like-
happened. So prior to the fruit basket falling off the table,
Right.
due to whatever spirit that was possessed in it,
Right.
the doors was opening, the lights kept going on and off.
The doors was
And my
open.
let me finish, nigga.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So, cabinet doors was opening and closing. Lights kept going on and off. My great-grandmother came out. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I came out. I'm like, Grandma, what's going on? And she was like, I think that fruit basket is possessed because ain't nothing else in this house that I bought outside of this. Like, there's nothing else I bought that was pre-owned by somebody else.
Right.
Me, again, I'm like 11, 12 years old. I don't understand what the fuck she's talking about.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, Grandma. She like, just go back in the room and go to sleep. I go back in the room and go to sleep. An hour later, I come back. You hear the fucking, it wasn't a fruit basket that was like with real fruit. It was like glass.
I would hope not, because
So it was fake. So when it fell on the floor, you
The
heard it
20s.
break.
The glasses broke.
The fruit basket broke. It was made out of glass. So
Yeah.
the whole thing was, so then she was a Jehovah's Witness at the time. She had the brothers from the
she was a
conversation
witness.
come over. And they had to do a whole situation. to help
What,
get the spirit
exorcism?
out. Yeah.
For the fruit basket.
See, they
For
did
the
an
fruit basket.
exorcism.
No,
Now,
for the spirit that was living in the fruit basket.
shout out to Pastor
There was a
A.R.
fruit- there was
Pastor
a
A.R.
fruit
Bernard
basket.
does
I'm telling you,
exorcism.
bro.
There was a spirit
Bro,
in
let
the
me tell you
fruit
something. All right,
basket.
you think? Hold on. You think I'm joking?
No,
There's an
no.
antique-
Just,
no. Let me
this
finish.
just sounds
Go
like
to an antique
it
store.
sounds like
and
she
lay
didn't
down
tell
and-
you the real story. It just sounds like she didn't tell you the real
No, I mean,
story.
He was there.
I see that.
Fruit
I was
basket.
there.
He's seen the fruit
It was
basket.
just
it an
me and my
actual
great
fruit
grandmother in the
basket?
house. She's like freaking
It was
75
an actual
years
fruit
old.
basket.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a glass fruit basket.
I remember when she bought it. I went with her.
So
But
Pete,
this is
right?
what I'm saying. Go to
So,
an
Pete,
antique store
like-
and buy something antique and just put it in your crib.
So there,
Don't
there,
get it clean.
there was some
don't do
evil
nothing.
spirit that said, "Oh, I'm gonna merge with this fruit basket and I'm gonna terrorize
No, it's not
everyone
that.
who
It's not
loves
that. You know what
fruit.
you gotta do?
I'm gonna get them."
Watch Lovecraft
Like
Country,
what?
bro. Watch Lovecraft Country.
Why? Why
Watch
would I
it.
do that?
Just
Or watch
watch it.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. I'd
You
have kicked
see
the
Annabelle?
shit out that little
Yeah.
doll. Like,
Come on, man.
you
Watch
doing?
that shit. I'm telling you, bro.
Or the boy.
Go to an
Y'all
antique
tripping.
store and buy something, a statue, whatever.
Why?
And just put it in your crib.
want no old
You know what?
shit.
As a matter of
Don't
fact,
clean it.
Everything
don't do no
new.
spiritualism
you know what? We're
to
gonna
it,
get
nothing.
you something from the antique store.
You're gonna give me something? I'm telling you, it's not gonna
Let's
help.
get him a gift from the
And,
antique
and it's
store.
not to say that I don't believe in spirits, because I fought a ghost for my baby mother. Like, I've been through stuff
Right.
like that. It's just I don't believe like the fruit basket. Like, come on, bro.
Bro,
Is it because it's a fruit basket?
Yes,
spirits can possess objects, bro.
Like, you a ghost and you just, what can I get with the fruit basket? I'm gonna pick this.
It's not.
I'm gonna
listen,
wreak havoc. Do this
not-
fruit basket.
There's not. It's not the fruit basket itself, bro. It's that wherever that object was,
There was
prior,
a restless energy.
There was a restless energy that died in that in that environment.
So what was the exorcism like?
I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
Okay.
No, I wasn't there. For
This
that.
sound like Chucky. You heard?
But yo, if I found a fruit basket like that, my nigga, yo, it's gonna be a whole circus around that shit. Yo,
This
come
sound
see
like
the
child
fruit
play.
basket fall off the table by itself multiple times. Makes no sense.
When it fell?
He said it broke, yeah.
Shattered? Did it come back together?
That's what made me jump out the bed, and I was like, "What the heck?
And
What's that?"
You so lucky that spirit didn't get in you.
Oh my God.
That's Chucky.
Yo,
Charles Lee Ray.
maybe your grandmother liked to prank you, nigga. She was like, "Here, the fruit basket."
Because imagine if that
No,
spirit would have
no.
possessed you as a child too. You're more susceptible to that.
Because you
I
saw
know
this
you-
in a movie,
I know
right?
you was a bad kid too, so she probably wanted to scare
You know I wasn't.
Because she wanted to scare
No,
you,
no,
bro.
I wasn't bad at that time. No, at that time I was pure. I was okay.
Maybe the spirit did.
I was pure. I was pure.
Got
This
the
is what
fruit
we're
basket
talking about.
spirit. Yeah, I
Yo, this episode been over in
Yes,
case y'all
over.
ain't know. Like,
Yeah.
this shit been over.
He
We
got the
just-
spirit of Casamigos.
Spirit of Casamigos.
Possessed. He's possessed by
You
George
can,
Clooney.
you can actually see this shit. You know what
Possessed
I
by
mean?
George Clooney and Friends.
Yo,
ladies and gentlemen.
thank you so much for gracing the platform.
Thank you.
We don't get many females to come through here.
Women.
Because of Champ. And
because of Champ.
yeah, this is, you know, this is nice.
Thank
This
you.
is
It's
nice.
because of us.
I know
It's a
that.
collective
Listen,
effort,
that's why I was
man.
like, I
It's a
gotta come up
collective
here, represent for the ladies.
Yeah, send some more ladies too. You know
No
what I mean?
problem.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
I got
All
you.
right. Angela Lee, y'all.
Hey,
We're gonna have a ladies takeover here one day.
The greatest feeling in the world was holding my own gun. I'm hypertensive, but all my decisions been wholesome. My independence had me flipping on siblings I stole from. Said I'm just big and loud. Well, half a pound is my silent treatment. I punched out plugs I could've stopped from eating. Jackie Gleason on the TV while his mama's sleeping. That plate was made, or he got that chick filleted like she Polynesian.
The fucking niggas do to me though. So I stand there blinded while my jewelry glow.
That's all it is. You just take it and do the